This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So if you want to turn around, Kev, you can see me in real time.
Yeah, okay, I got you out there, yeah. I'm taking a look at you, okay. All right, let's see what Jaybird can do over here.
I'm going for the front door in the lobby. That's the thinnest glass we have.
Yeah, I think you've completely overestimated the power of the bouncy ball, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay. All right, here we go, Jaybird. I'll just give you 2 minutes here. We don't need to do a whole hour. I think you're going to be tired in 2 minutes. So let's just see. In 2 minutes, can Jaybird go on ahead and shatter all the glass that we have in the lobby with a small rubber bouncy ball? Okay, you ready, Bird?
3, 2, 1. First one.
Unleash the balls.
I missed it. Yeah, I just hit Denny's in the face. Oh, Denny's, are you okay?
Oh, you're Denny's. Poor sweet Denny's.
Oh, it ricocheted hit her right on the face.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason, called so you spaz. And he'll have to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Happy Monday. What's up? It is KVJ Show. Good morning. Yeah. Did you guys have a great, I guess, kind of adult Halloween weekend? Kind of what it was.
Friday.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. Cocktails and karaoke. Wow, what a night that was, huh?
Man, I had quite the weekend. I mean, that just set the tone.
You did, huh?
Man, I pulled so many muscles dancing.
Yeah, well,
I was dancing my heart out on Friday.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I don't know if you saw any of that.
Oh, I did. I saw a couple of the moves you had. That whole number when Melinda came up on stage, I mean, that got pretty full impact. There were some body slams that were happening up on stage at Brother Jimmy's.
Was it dancing or was it wrestling?
It was kind of like a mixture of everything, Virginia. I couldn't really tell. It was a show.
It was.
I'll tell you that.
I spent half my day on Saturday looking for my bag. I'm like, I left my bag again at Brother Jimmy's. I'm looking everywhere. And I didn't leave my bag at Brother Jimmy's. I actually brought it back home with me. It was under my bed. When I got home, I threw it under my bed. I didn't even look there. So I actually lost my bag after I got home.
And you didn't know that you put it under your bed?
I thought it was at Brother Jimmy's. You know how cocktails and towards the end, it gets messy.
Well, it was a fun time on Friday. Thanks, everybody that came out. Thanks to our Facebook Live audience that was kind of chilling on Friday, watching see everything that went down. Quite a few memorable performances.
A lot of comments in the chat room.
Oh, yeah. People are loving that. So even if you can't make it out there physically, you can watch at home or on your mobile devices on Facebook. So it was a good time. So thanks to everybody that came out there, picked up the new Jaybird cheerleader uniform T-shirts.
That's a fun shirt.
Yeah, that was a cool shirt. Tonight we get to see if Jaybird gets to take off his cheerleading uniform as the Dolphins travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
This is when the bit starts to weigh down on a man. I am so ready to take this cheerleading outfit off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over this bit. I'm over it.
You're done, huh?
Yeah,
I bet.
I'm over it.
It's all 2 weeks now.
Well, it's getting so small every time I wash it.
Yeah,
it's just
tighter and tighter.
Yeah, and then I have my sister's wedding on Sunday.
Oh, this Sunday.
This Sunday, I go to Oregon this weekend. I leave on Friday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. So they got to win tonight.
Okay. Well, let's hope so.
It'd be nice.
It would be so nice.
Yeah.
How the Steelers looking?
The Steelers, I think, only have 2 wins, so they're not, world beaters. They have a young defense led by the Miami Dolphins' former first-round draft pick, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who for some reason they inexplicably traded away, which a lot of people still trying to figure out why they did that. Didn't seem to make a lot of sense. But the Dolphins doing a lot of things these days. Really, I'm not sure make a lot of sense. But we'll see.
But this one could happen. 2-4, they're not great.
Yeah, no, they could win this one. This is a winnable game for the Dolphins tonight. Jaybird could show up tomorrow morning in just regular Jaybird clothes.
Oh, man, please.
Yeah.
It would help with a lot of drama coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I'm actually leading the vows for my sister's wedding.
It's a big responsibility. Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
No, it is.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe this will be the last day, Jaybird, in the cheerleader uniform. If you want to see it, it's on KVJ TV right now. And you dial it up on YouTube. Just look for the KVJ Show.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Elton John had to cancel concert the other night. What's going on with him? We'll get into that coming up in just a second. Before we do that, it looks like Felicity Huffman was released on Friday. She did 11 days of her 14-day sentence. And I guess there's a thing that, like, if you're supposed to be released on a Sunday, they'll let you out on that Friday right before. So she kind of was smart the way that she did it. And they were like, all right, you can go on Friday instead of sticking around till Sunday. So that's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good for her.
In other news, Daniel Craig has said goodbye to the James Bond role. He wrapped on Friday. The next James Bond movie is going to be out in April, and it's called No Time to Die.
I think he was annoyed being Bond for that long. You could tell he wanted to do other things.
Well, he tried to quit, remember?
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, what about this payday instead? And he's like, all right, I'm not quitting.
Sure, yeah. It's pretty solid money. He did, I think, 5 Bond
5
films. Been in it for a while. The next one was coming out in April.
Yeah.
Where does he rank as far as Bonds? Is he in the top, the middle, or the bottom?
I'd say he's in the middle.
The mid?
Yeah, for me. I think, Sean Connery is still probably one of the... Wait, who is it? No, not... Is it? Yeah, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Roger Moore is my favorite.
Oh,
but
really?
I think he's the least favorite for people.
He was okay. I didn't, a lot of his, and oddly enough, who was the guy that was doing it before Daniel Craig? I thought was pretty good. Can't remember his name.
Pierce
Brosnan.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah.
Oh, I liked him.
I thought he was pretty good.
Good looking.
He might be my second favorite. Yeah.
Elton John was supposed to play his farewell Yellow Brick Road concert in Saturday in Indianapolis, but had to cancel due to illness. Now, he is scheduled to perform tonight and Wednesday as well. No word on whether or not he'll be able to make those dates. I guess he put it out there that he was extremely unwell. Not a lot of details about what, but this is it for him. He has said that he plans to stop touring altogether. He is done.
That's not a good prognosis. I mean, imagine if your doctor came to you and said, yes, I just want to let you know you're seriously unwell.
I know, right?
You'd be like, what does that mean?
I don't like it. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Feast of Little Italy. It happens this weekend at Abacoa. It's Italian food and music and culture and fun, entertainment, rides for the kids. We'll see you out there this weekend, starting on Friday, for the Feast of Little Italy.
Mm-hmm. Well, other stuff from over the weekend. I know a lot of people were knee-deep in all kinds of exciting stuff when it came to Halloween. Also had some baseball stuff that was going on. Thank you for the tip on Friday, Jaybird. I went out to the ballpark of the Palm Beaches.
How was it? Was it packed?
Hey, well, I wouldn't say it was packed, but there was a good crowd out there. They put the baseball game on in the big TV that they had out there in the outfield, and they opened up the field so that people could go out and kind of sit in the outfield and watch the game, and they had the concession stands open. And you could sit in the stands there and watch the game. They had it playing through the loudspeakers. Just kind of cool to be there to watch the Astros and Nationals, where they both do spring training. And weird how things flip, Virginia. The Nationals had taken a 2-zip lead, and it looked like, okay, wow, where are we going to put the Nationals World Series sign? And let's maybe hold that order, because the Astros have won the last 3.
Huh.
Yeah, both teams are really, really good. And it sucks because a lot of people don't care how good they are. It's not, it's not doing that good in the ratings.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the Nationals and the Astros. We do, though.
Yeah, I did. I thought
Right?
it was a fun time on Friday. It was a really unique thing that they did out there. But it probably is good because I was looking around saying, okay, well, the Astros, they have a big World Series championship sign that's out, left field, and it's on the Astros building that's out there. And I started looking around like there's no real good place to put the Nationals sign. So I think it's a good thing that they don't win it. Because, there's no place to put a sign. So, what are you going to do about that? So,
I want the Nationals, Virginia.
yeah. Well, it's going to be tough for them because now they got to go back to Houston, Virginia for 2 games, and they got to win. They can't lose another one. They lost last night 7-1. They've been getting blown out the last couple of games. I know she couldn't care.
Wake up!
I'm barely holding on.
I know.
Wake up!
It's early. I'd like to be back in bed. You're hitting me with baseball. That's making me sleepy.
I hear you. Well, you might like this. This is kind of awesome. There was a Nationals fan that was holding 2 beers, and he was torn because here comes a home run ball right at him. He's like, oh, what do I do? And he didn't want to drop his beers, so he used his chest to deflect the ball and knock it down, and then he was able to still hold on to his beers, and he got the ball at the same time.
Wow.
And apparently, I think it was Bud Light or whatever beer he's holding, and they, you know how they love that. So now they're going to make him a national hero.
Give him a GoFundMe page.
Yeah. He's going to have his own beer until we find out he had racist tweets 10 years ago. So he's going to be fine, and then it's all going to kind of fall apart.
He's definitely a racist.
He's
Definitely.
got to be a racist, no doubt about it.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, big video day for the KVJ show. The Witch video is going to drop later on today. Whew, we're going to get it done. But hopefully by this afternoon, that should be ready to go. And Virginia came in on Saturday, and she crushed it.
She did, huh?
Except for the part where she had to put makeup on. She did not like that. So when you see the video, you'll see her all green, but there's like part of her hand that's still white because she didn't want to get makeup everywhere. So just know she's 90% witch in the video.
Yeah, I saw the behind the scenes filming video of that, which was a lot of fun and great.
She's not the easiest witch to work with.
Yeah, she didn't seem like she was very happy.
But the final product, it's going to be beautiful.
Great stuff, huh?
And then the other video that everyone keeps on asking about is that ghost footage from my room.
Yeah.
Now, Vicky has that on her old system, and Denny's is getting that and putting it all together today. We should have that ready to analyze tomorrow if all goes well.
Wow.
It's finally here, baby.
Okay. That's just in time for Halloween.
It's funny how that worked out. It actually kind of accidentally worked out that way.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
Very cool. That's good stuff. Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, it is the final days of our friends at Bud's Chicken and Seafood doing those conch fritters and donating $1 from the sale of each order of conch fritters to our Bahamian relief effort. So go in there before Thursday, get your conch fritters. They gave us $5,000 already, and they said they're giving us another check to go towards the Bahamian relief effort. So thank you so much to Bud's.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're local, and they're great people, and they have great sauce.
Yeah, they're just all around awesome, and those conch fritters are amazing.
They have great food.
Yeah, no, they have really good stuff. What I got on my mind is, I told you I started that keto diet. I'm exactly 1 week into it. And so I'm just trying to kind of like see, and people like the trainers that kind of like put me on it, they're like going, okay, have you kind of gone through the keto flu or anything yet? I'm like, well, what is this keto flu? And then yesterday I started feeling just kind of like a little bit, like woozy and weird and everything. I'm trying to understand like what it is. And so I'm trying to figure out if I'm going through this keto flu or what, but I don't know.
You getting a case of the crankies at all?
I don't know about cranky. You feel a little almost kind of like dizzy and weird because, he was trying to explain it to me. He said, well, imagine a car that normally runs on regular fuel and you got to kind of drain everything from the regular fuel, and now your body's going to be running on diesel. Whereas before your body kind of like runs on glucose and you would get that from the carbs or the sugars, and now that you're not doing carbs or sugars, you get like that from good fat.
That's why I feel awful anytime I drink a lot of water. My system doesn't know what's going on.
Throws you off?
Like, this is not Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, here I am like sitting at 1 week in, and it does. My body feels a little bit different. I'm kind of, I don't know, it's taking a minute to get used to it. And I don't know if this is just a little transitional period or what, but I'm trying to let everybody know if you've ever thought about doing the keto, what it's all about. And it is tricky. Because, Virginia, when you go out to eat, you got to kind of know what is on it and what's not.
Sure.
And so, there are things that I'm, trying to think, like you would think a balsamic vinegar, but apparently the balsamic part of it, there's
the ball part.
Yeah, you're right. Or the somic. I'm not sure what it is.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It breaks into a sugar, so it's like you can't even do like a balsamic vinaigrette.
And it's tricky, too, because, when I went and had my DNA testing done with the nutritionist team, and they looked at my specific DNA, they told me keto would not be good for me. I should not do keto because my body doesn't break down fats the way that somebody who responds well to keto does. So even if a bunch of good fats are in my diet, it's not good for me.
Right.
Because everybody breaks down fats differently.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get healthy with you, brother. I bought that treadmill, and ever since I bought that treadmill, the amount of calories I'm putting on the board every day is alarming. It is just like I've gone the other way. The treadmill's there, and I'm just like, oh, pizza. I haven't accepted the treadmill yet. I had a big weekend.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
The Dolphins have to win tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody texted in and said, Kevin, studies have shown it's very difficult to build muscle when in ketosis, and it's not good for anyone. That's what Linda's saying. Well, we'll see. I'm not really trying to get jacked or put on a ton of muscle, so I'm just trying to, I got to find a way. I got to lose some fat, so...
I told you. You have one little tiny area that you're not happy with.
Well...
Little lipo. Oh, my gosh, Kevin.
It's kind of on the same vein, but it might kind of be... Maybe I am a bit killer here, but I had an apple crumb pie, that with the crumble this weekend. When's the last time you had an apple crumble pie with the little brown, little crunchy things on the top?
It's been a while.
Oh, fat Kevin,
Yeah.
you would have been in hog heaven.
Yeah, that's completely opposite direction where
Yeah.
I'm running.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
And Timmons, they do good stuff.
And just to let people know, too, we got you ever notice, whenever you're doing anything, whether it be Facebook or your social media, they always feel like they got to change everything up. They come out with a new version, and then your eyes are just used to it's kind of like, to me, I liken it to this. Imagine if you go to work for the day, and somebody's come into your house, and they completely rearrange everything. And you're like, I don't know where anything is.
They do that at the grocery store sometimes. You walk into the store, they go, wait, there's my cheese is gone. Where did you put my cheese?
Well, they've done this with our texting thing. So people that are texting in, I can't figure out where any of the texts are. So I
They
can't.
changed it?
It's completely different. It doesn't make any sense. Like my eyeballs, maybe I can get used to it, but I don't think this system is very good. I'm trying to read your texts, and I can't even find any of them.
Okay, so we took a not very good system and made it worse.
I don't know why they always do this stuff. It seems like everybody does something with. As soon as you get used to something, it's like, hey, look, we got a brand new. Okay, why? So if I'm not reading your text today, you'll know why. I can't find them. I'm trying. 877-979-WRMF. You can try to get a hold of us here at the KVJ Show. If you got anything that you want to throw into the mix, you can.
I went to the woods. We went to pregame over at Harborside because some friends were having cocktails. So nobody at the woods was dressed up. We walked in, and literally all the, it's older clientele in the woods. And what are you? We don't get it.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to get Toast Malone.
They did not get. A few people got it, and they liked it. Like the wait staff got it.
We definitely live different lives. You pregame at the woods. I pregame in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, you had the face tats and everything on. So what it was you had the Post Malone face tats. You had a beard on, and then you were putting your head through a piece of bread.
Yes.
Yeah. And that made you Toast Malone.
Toast Malone. And I had a fake ciggy.
Were a lot of people asking what you were? Did a lot of people get it?
I would say probably 30% of the people got it.
And 15% of them were lying.
It was a lot of older clientele at the woods.
Yeah, I can
I
see that not going that well.
But that made it funnier. Like, for me, I enjoyed that more because the confusion and the squinty look, like they're trying to figure it out. Like,
So what are you?
I don't know what the hell you are.
No, you wouldn't. No.
Sir? Everybody thought I was a guy.
Sir. You're a dude.
Because I put on Panda's like flannel shirt.
Yeah.
And I had I looked like a dude. I looked like my dad looked in the late 70s. It was kind of weird because my dad had a beard.
Okay.
And I looked like my dad in the 70s.
Wow.
Even my sister said it. My sister's like, oh my God, you look like dad.
Interesting. I wonder, so you could have gone either as Toast Malone or your dad.
Yes.
From the 70s.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah. So you can actually send us photos, too. If you had a costume that you're particularly proud of, go ahead and put that on there. We'll kind of like do a little impromptu social media costume contest for the best Halloween costume. Or if you just saw something, you'd be like, oh, this is a cool little thing I saw. There were photos all over the gram all weekend.
I know.
People's costumes and what they were doing. And, some were funny, some were sexy, a little bit of a mix of everything. I even thought about that. There's got to be a lot of people that purposely really crush it at the gym to get ready for Halloween.
There's no way they don't. You're completely. There are people who are doing your little keto diet, but they're doing it way more strict. I bet people are starving themselves for it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some people in their costumes. Like, gosh, well, I had no idea they had that kind of body.
They're not eating, and then they're gonna go out and drink, and then they're gonna be woohoo!
Yeah. That's kind of it. Yeah, just some crazy stuff. So you can go ahead and hit up the KVJ Show Facebook and let us know that. We'll start talking about some of those coming up about 8 o'clock this morning, about 90 minutes from now. We'll get to that. Being at Tiger's place, were there people there? Were they playing the golf that was going on with Tiger Woods?
They were. They were playing that, and then the LSU game was like right next to it. So
oh, yeah.
I was very into it.
Oh, yeah. Your LSU Tigers, #1 team in the country.
I saw that.
That's impressive. So you got to be excited. Yeah, and Tiger Woods, if you missed it, he was playing in Japan over the weekend, the Zozo Championship. And so I figured they would probably be watching at his restaurant, see what's going on.
Yep.
It was a big match. Tiger Woods got the win over the weekend. That's his 82nd career PGA Tour title. And he is now tied for #1 all-time with Sam Snead, who set the record 54 years ago. So that was a big win for Tiger Woods over the weekend. So kind of cool that you're at his restaurant as he's tying a big record, Virginia.
So that means if he gets the next win for a tournament, it doesn't have to be a major tournament. It can be any kind of tournament, pretty much.
Yeah, it'd be a PGA sanctioned tour event. If he wins that, then he'd be #1 solo all time.
Is that the equivalent of somebody having the most home runs in baseball or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up there. I think the one that people really look towards and the one you hear the most is the most major titles because, the world's best players are going to be in that. And, Jack Nicklaus holds that with 14. I think Tiger's at 10 or 11, something like that. So he's, a good 4 or 5 behind him. So that would probably be the one that people pay a little bit more attention to, but it's still really big, and Tiger's still got a little bit left in the tank, even with all the injuries he's had. Another thing that's going on from over the weekend, it really does seem like anymore there are 2 Halloweens that happen. You had your Moon Fest in West Palm Beach and, everywhere else, the Haunt on Himmershey and stuff like that. In every city, they've got their adult party and everybody dresses up and they go get blasted and they hook up with each other and all that kind of good stuff. So that is, half of Halloween for the adults. And then you got the trick-or-treat version on Thursday. And they've had this dumb petition that's been going around for years to try to move Halloween instead of the 31st of October being the last Saturday in the month of October, and nobody's really jumped on that.
No.
You can tell it's not going anywhere.
Come on, man. Quit being so lazy. Go into work and school very tired the next day. That's how you do it.
Yeah, and so now they've realized that nobody's taking that whole petition seriously, and they're not going to get anywhere with that. Halloween is always going to be October 31st. The new plan is to create a new holiday on the last Saturday of October called National Trick-or-Treat Day, which I guess they want that so the kids don't have to go trick-or-treating and then get up for school the next day and be tired and miss out on homework and all that stuff. So
some of the best moments is when you get your trick-or-treating candy and you bring it to school the next day and then you trade with your friends. Or is that not allowed anymore in school?
I guess they would say that you would do that on Monday. On that Monday morning, so you do it on Saturday. But I think the problem with this is you got to realize there are a lot of parents that like to party. So if they did that, then parents, this weekend was nothing but like Halloween parties. Everybody had a Halloween party to go to. And if you had to take your kids trick-or-treating on that Saturday night, that would wreck, at least, and I assume the rest of the country's got to be a lot like South Florida, right?
You would think.
Because in South Florida, I know South Florida would not love it. Because parents, with young kids who want to go out and get their party on, get a sitter for the night, and go out and get themselves wrecked in their Halloween costumes, they're going, okay, so no. So I can't do that ever again? Like I'm going to have to always take my kids trick-or-treating on that Saturday?
I know you don't know the answer to this, but if you had to guess, what's the percentage of our listening audience that have kids that are going to be doing trick-or-treating are going to be drinking on Halloween? If you had to guess, 25% of the parents?
So
30?
they're going to be drinking on trick-or-treat?
Trick-or-treating on Halloween, taking their kids to go trick-or-treating. How many parents do you think are drinking during that?
Well, I think because you have it separate now where they got their own little thing, that it'd probably be relatively low, probably 15% because it's going to be on a Thursday. So they may have a glass of wine or a drink or something like that. If you had to combine them, and they're doing that, probably 35% would be out, because they're like going, okay, well, if I got to take my kid, it's a Saturday night, I'm going to wear my costume too, and I'm we're going to pack a roadie and we're going to walk around.
35%, you think?
I think 35%. That'd be my guess. Does that seem right, Virginia?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I know in your circle it would be 95%, but,
Yeah, I mean, probably closer to 100.
Yeah, right. But for everybody else, it's
if
probably
you don't
35%.
drink, I don't trust you.
I don't think you have any friends that don't drink other than your husband. You married a non-drinker.
Panda had beer on Saturday.
Wow.
It's a rare thing,
It's
though.
a rare thing, but we left the house with both of us had a roadie.
Whoa. And you were you'd never been more in love.
Oh, I was so happy.
It's a good night for the Sinickis. So, yeah, that's what they're trying to do. I don't know if they'll wind up doing that or not. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. What do you think? A good idea, bad idea? Coming up here in just a couple minutes, this is going to be our final round of this, where I name off a costume and you tell me which year it was the big Halloween costume for that year.
I'm good/bad at this game. I'm always off 1 year, then Virginia gets it.
Okay. What do you think about Princess Tiana? Princess Tiana.
Oh, that's from The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Disney cartoons. It's set in New Orleans.
Yep, you're right, Virginia. You should be able to get this. What year was that the number one Halloween costume?
It's 016.
016.
016.
What do you think, Virginia?
No, I'm going 14.
Going 14.
2014.
No.
2014. Talking about trick-or-treating. And I think right now, honestly, they keep trying to jack with things, new petitions, which I don't think is ever going to work. I think it actually works out pretty well. In fact, I think it's kind of bad as a parent if you would have trick-or-treat fall on the last Saturday of October. Do you want that, Virginia?
Not necessarily. I like the way it worked out this year.
Yeah.
Because we had all the adult parties on the weekend.
Right.
And then this Thursday, we'll take the kids out trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And I
Kids
mean,
get their fun, the adults get their fun.
and then next year, it'll be on a Friday trick-or-treat.
Yeah.
So you can still do the adult parties the week before. And then Friday, that will actually be the perfect scenario.
Okay.
Adult parties the weekend before, trick-or-treat on a Friday. You don't have to go to work on a Saturday. Bam.
Instead of trying to change Halloween, can we maybe try to change this whole time savings thing? Can I get an amen on that?
Oh,
Daylight
amen. I
saving
know
time?
they're working on that. Yeah. They are working on that. They're getting serious about that.
They
too.
are getting serious. You may see that actually happen.
Good.
Yeah. Let's
It's
hope so.
Stupid.
Yeah. Kelly texted in and said, yeah, my friend's parents used to go trick-or-treating and they would carry around a cup and they'd ask the houses for alcohol rather than candy. That seems fair.
It's adorable.
Yeah. And Lisa said when we go to friends' neighborhoods, there are two houses that have a candy table and then they have an adult table with Jell-O shots and beer set out.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Why not? Okay, well, here you go. You've got Halloween costumes for the kids now is what everybody's going to be focusing on. So if I name a costume, you got to tell me what year was it the biggest Halloween costume? Princess Tiana. Jaybird, you're saying 16. Virginia, you were what, at 14?
14.
Okay.
One of us is wrong.
Both of you are wrong. It's older than you'd think. 2010.
Really?
Yes.
All right, let's get focused, Bird. It's a Monday. Buckle up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about this? Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay.
Josie and the Pussycats, what year?
It's going to be 2000. 02. It's either 02 or it's 02 or 03.
Okay.
Or 001.
What do you think, Virginia?
What did you say?
002.
002.
03.
It's 001. 2001, Josie and the Pussycats.
Come on, man.
Yeah. What about Spice Girls? Number one costume in what year?
Okay, I had a crush on Posh, I think, in 99.
Okay.
98, 90. It's got to be 99.
99, you're saying. What do you think, Virginia?
When did we start? We started this show in 99.
Yeah.
That was pretty much like Spice height.
Yep.
For me, definitely. What did you say, 99?
99, but I'm kind of second guessing. I think it's 98.
I'm going 98.
I'm going 99 then.
Okay.
Against the Witch.
Well, the good news is you're both wrong. It's 97.
Curses.
That's when it was a hit. I remember when those were hits, yeah. It's 1997. That was the number one Halloween costume. What about Madonna? What year was she the number one Halloween costume?
84. It's either 84 or 85.
Okay. What do you think, Virginia?
86.
84.
Okay. It was a little bit of a cover over both years. 84 was, I think, the prime year. 83 a little bit when she first came out, but 84, Like a Virgin, that was the Halloween costume. That was number one. Jay Bird gets a point on the board.
Woo! Woo!
I like it because he can play and do his own cheers. Indiana Jones. What year was that? And not Indiana Cones, but Indiana Jones. Oh. What year was that the number one Halloween costume?
So he did that, I think it was 81 that it came out, or it was being, I'm going to say 82.
Okay.
82 feels good, but 81 also is nice. 82.
Oh, Virginia, what do you think?
81.
Virginia ties it up. It was 81
Dang it,
was the year, yes.
Thanks for the help. I never would have got that.
I like this. This is a fun game. I could play this all day with you, Kev.
Okay, and one more for you, the tiebreaker here. Princess Leia was the number one Halloween costume in which year?
Okay, so
You should get this.
Star Wars came out in 77, the summertime, I think, in 77. So it'd be enough time. It's either 77 or 78. I'm going to go 77.
Because you know Virginia's going to grab the other.
77.
Virginia?
I'm going to say 78.
Okay, one of you is correct.
Oh, gosh. The Sith Lord's going to take me down.
The winner, Jay Bird. It was 1977, you're right. The movie hit in the summer, and by that fall, it was all over the place.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
She pulled her penis. You okay? Those high kicks might be a little much for you.
I think they are.
You probably should stretch.
You should definitely stretch.
No, it's my ankle. Dang it, I just twisted it again.
Yeah. Cheering's tough, man.
Cheering's a young girl's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting too old, girl.
Yeah. Probably not the right move for you.
Can't kick like you used to.
What is going to be the number one Halloween costume this year? You know what? They were hoping that Hustlers was going to be it, the Jennifer Lopez movie, and it tanked. So, like, nobody's really caught on to it.
Pennywise. I saw a lot of that.
Yeah, that might when it's all said and done. I'm kind of curious what the costume sales are.
I heard someone that the royalty costumes are going to be big this year. I saw some article about that. Ain't no one going as the royals.
I don't think enough that it would be number one.
It's kind of boring.
It's really well. It's boring in real life. So now you're doing it for Halloween.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Virginia. I think probably Pennywise would be number one. And to let you know, apparently next year is a leap year, so Halloween is falling on Saturday.
What?
Yes.
It's not going to go on Friday?
We
Apparently
miss out.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah, it's going to be on a Saturday next year.
Oh, man. I was looking forward to the Friday Halloween.
So, wow, we are going to have that that battle that is going on. What are you going to do if your kids want to go out trick-or-treating and you want to go to the adult party.
I gotta go with the kids.
Gotta leave the kids at home, right? Oh, yeah, take the kids out.
Okay.
Trick-or-treating's more important.
It is. Huh?
Always.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to let us know what is the best costume that you saw when you're out this weekend, and you can also post your photos. You can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page, and you can throw them, post them on up there and see what's going on. Jaybird is in his Halloween costume that he'd like to get out of. Tonight, the Steelers, I believe, are 14-point favorites over the Dolphins. They're playing in Pittsburgh. That gives them some advantage. They do have a pretty good defense as well. It's
Are you
going
okay?
on.
No.
Jaybird has vowed to wear this Miami Dolphins cheerleader uniform until they get a win. And you've got the Jets that are going to be coming up, and they're pretty terrible as well. And they got to play them twice.
Well, this is why this is a big one, because if they don't beat the Steelers, they're not going to play again till next Sunday, right?
Right, yeah.
And at that point, I'll already be in Orlando, and I do not want to go to Orlando dressed like this. I don't want to go to Oregon dressed like this either. I don't know. Tonight is going to be the one that's going to put me into, I think, a bit of a depression if they don't win.
Yeah, Steelers are 14-point favorites, and they do this kind of like matchup predictor on who's got, a chance to win. The Dolphins have a chance to win. That is the good news. They are giving the Dolphins a 9.5% chance of winning tonight.
Ooh.
So there's a chance.
There is a chance.
9.5.
Well, I got to tell you, first half, my boy Fitzy looked real good last week. Fitzy looked real good.
He did. No, you're right. The quarterback, now Jaybird's actually paying attention to who some of the players are.
Now, if we can just kind of tighten up our second half, that's really where we're falling apart. The first half, we've been looking pretty good. Second half, we just can't get it done.
Okay. All right. So you're brushing up on the players?
I'm trying to.
Okay. So if I asked you the name of the running back that the Dolphins might be trading, he's not even making the trip tonight. That actually could affect the Dolphins because they're thinking, yeah, maybe we should just trade this guy. Trade deadline is going to be tomorrow.
They're trading a guy that's good?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's, probably their,
Come on,
one of their,
Dolphins.
Yeah, anybody who's showing any kind of glimpse of potential, they're just getting rid of them. They're like, no, we don't need anybody.
Well, your boy over here needs a win.
Everyone keeps on saying that they're deliberately, they're tanking the whole season on purpose. They are not going to win no matter what. Even if they're close to winning, they're going to drop the ball.
A lot of sports writers in South Florida are kind of baffled with what they're doing because they traded a guy to the Steelers, Minka Fitzpatrick, that's really good, and they're like, they can't figure out exactly why they did that.
Fitzy needs all the help he can get.
Yes, I know. So what is the name of the running back? Do you know? You've been following him?
Gomez.
Gomez. Okay, all right.
That guy's good.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? If they're going to trade him, you don't need to
Did
learn
they trade
his name.
Gomez? Is he gone too?
I don't think they have Gomez. No, he's definitely not on the team. If you want to see Jaybird, he's got his Dolphins uniform on. You can dial in. KVJ TV is on right now. Go to YouTube and just search for the KVJ Show. People in the chat room saying the number one costume they saw over the weekend was the Joker. That all kinds of different Jokers, and kind of like how you did a different take on Post Malone, Virginian did Toast Malone, that's kind of it, that there's all just kind of different stuff that people are doing with the Joker. And still the number one movie at the box office over the weekend. It was a quiet weekend. It didn't make a ton of money, but there wasn't a lot of competition. $18.9 million the Joker made. It is now the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. They say it's now at $849 million worldwide. It beat Deadpool 2, which is now second, and Deadpool, the original, which is now third.
I thought you were going to give me one of those stats they always try. It's made the most money in the second week ever in October since 1999. Like, wait, what? That's kind of a weird stat.
No, it's a legit stat. I mean, it's the number one rated R movie now, Joker.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't. It's weird because I'm kind of torn. My wife, every now and then, she'll dangle it out there. Oh, we're going to go see Joker. And I'm like, okay, maybe. I just kind of feel like I want to watch it at home. Because I do hear that it's very serious and dark, and I understand it's probably eye-opening about
and
whatever.
And you don't want to take your kid.
No, not at all. No, I think that's kind of, done. It's going to be just the Queen and I. We're not going to take the kid at all. So luckily I won that battle. But, even still, if it's a movie and you're kind of like there, be like, all right, this is kind of slow and it's dark and I'm just feeling a little bit heavy and not happy. And, I'm like, I kind of rather not watch this. I'd rather do that at home.
Yeah, if you want to sink into a depression, you'd rather do that on your couch.
Yeah. Or I'd rather like pay $5 for the movie and then be like, okay, I'm not feeling this, and walk away than spending $35 on everything else.
I noticed sometimes you rent these movies though. Check the price because not all of these movies are created equal. Some are $2.99, some are $7.99. There was even one for $9.99 that you could rent for $9.99.
That's the game these days. Always sneaking little price things in there for you. So that's some stuff. If there's something out there that you see you don't like, because, the world is sneaky like that. We're going to be doing some call them outs here a little bit later.
The one show I think you would like and the Queen would like, and I was telling you a little bit about it, it's HBO Succession. It is really, I started watching that over the weekend, and I liked it a lot.
It's a good little show, huh?
Very good show.
You said HBO?
HBO, very character-driven.
Okay, there you go. All right. Anytime you got any ideas on something, you can let us know here at the KVJ Show. Always text in 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Our celebrity birthdays for today include the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix. #1 movie at the box office again this weekend. He's turning 45 today, so good little day for him, I'm sure. Brad Paisley, big old country star, is turning 47. Julia Roberts is 52 today. Bill Gates, formerly the richest man in the world, is 64. And Caitlyn Jenner is 70. Technically, I think Caitlyn Jenner's like 4, right? Bruce Jenner's like 66, but, I don't know if you add them that up that way, but... also, got to say happy birthday to Justin from Monica in Jupiter. There you go. A nice little photo of them with Virginia.
Oh, they are so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Magnolia in the background dressed as Batgirl?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, she looks.
I think so, right?
No, that's not Mag.
Oh, okay. It's a Magnolia.
She looks just like it, and she's wearing the same costume you are, Virginia.
Wait, hold on. Let me see.
That's your daughter.
No, it's weird because...
She looks like she's so annoyed.
Okay, that is Mags. That is Mags. Yeah,
I'm like,
that is.
how is that not your daughter?
We know your daughter better than you do.
No, it's not Max.
This is old. This is an old picture.
Yeah, okay.
It's from a couple of years ago. And they were out there again this year, and they are adorable.
Okay, yeah.
Super sweet family.
All righty. Happy birthday to Kylie Smith. Having a sweet 16. And Jupiter, I'd love to hear it on the show. That's from Laura and Steven Smith. Also, happy birthday to my sister who was ghosted by Suits. All right.
Oh,
that thing is still going on.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Was that the girl that was in the chat room during the Great 48 just causing so much drama?
Suits causes all kinds of trouble. There was a girl that wanted to sing on Friday from Port St. Lucie, and she's like, Suits told me to come all the way here. And then as I'm like, almost here, I get a text from him going, I'm not feeling very well. Suits had millennial flu again over the weekend and couldn't make it out, and so the girls that he was ghosting were upset again. So that's kind of his thing on Halloween. He likes ghosting.
Oh, his millennial tummy was acting up.
Yeah, millennial flu again on Friday. Couldn't make it out. The cocktails and karaoke. And boy, she was not happy. She's taking out on me. I'm like, hey, I'm not the one who left you high and dry.
Suits wasn't there on Friday?
No. You're just not realizing that?
Yep. Then who was I talking to in that tie?
Yeah, y'all didn't know. Yeah, Suits was not there.
Huh, that wasn't Suits?
Oh, you thought Suits was there. That's how drunk we were.
So was this supposed to be a date?
No, he's saying no.
But
Suits
it sounds
is
like
emphatically saying no.
She was looking forward to a meetup.
I don't know. She was supposed to meet him there. I don't know if they're just,
he was probably just being like, oh, it's just a casual thing, and she was probably looking forward to it.
I need some deets.
Well, it's hard when you date a guy named Suits or ever go hang out with him. It looks like he's going to a date every time he goes out.
It does.
It's all fancy, but apparently not.
I'll get the details.
Okay.
Yeah, dig a little deeper.
Okay, let's see. Happy birthday to Zach. 25 looks good on you. Let's get lit tonight. Love you, Haley. All right.
Monday, Ranger.
Also, Ariella is turning 12. We love you, Rico, Mommy, Natalie, and Monica. And Ryan turning 7 from Mom, Dad, and Bella. So there's your birthdays. Got one you want to get through to us, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. We'll get them right here on the show for you. Okay, let's see. Are you ready to go here in just a sec? We got a little round to think fast. See how well you guys do. Somebody texted in and said that Michael Jackson story that you had a second ago in the Dirt of the Day. I used to work at the Palm Beach Mall. Michael Jackson came in one Halloween, was wearing a Spider-Man mask.
Okay.
The West Palm Beach police escorted him around the mall. We'll never forget that. That's fascinating.
Oh, that is cool. I think I kind of remember when he was down here back in the day.
I think I do kind of vaguely remember that, too.
It was a big deal, obviously.
It was like 2008 or something like that?
I remember that.
Maybe like 12, 13 years ago?
I think it was covered in one of Virginia's 3,000 dirts. I think you covered that.
Probably did. I mean, if Michael was down here, that's big.
And you cover the big stories.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Big girl, big stories.
All right, let's see how we do here. Round of Halloween-themed Think Fast. I'll let you know because I know Virginia likes to know when there's a theme.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin, for
Yes.
telling us there's a theme. Not everybody gives us a heads up
No,
when
you're
there's
right.
a theme.
Who is the champion?
I'm the champion.
Yeah, Denny's is.
Yes, so you can suck it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Round of Think Fast. Let's see how your minds are working here today on this Monday. All right, it's something that you put on your face that starts with the letter M.
Makeup.
Denny's.
Edging out the bird.
Yeah.
Suits?
Dr. Suits. Who said, yeah, it's Denny's.
You need to stop inviting people and standing them up, Suits.
Oh, what to blur out that gesture, you mean?
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Denny's first on the board here. All right. Next up, think fast. All right, what is... Think about this. These creatures start with the letter S and are typically more frightening the bigger they are.
Snails!
We can go with snakes, yeah.
Snakes, snails.
Snails are pretty horrifying when they're big, my
I think
man.
Virginia even beat you on timing, too.
I beat
So.
you on time and that it made sense. Snails.
Oh, a giant snail's not scary?
Spider, Denny's.
Yeah.
Spider.
Jeez.
That's right.
I was thrown off by snails.
That was an epic snail.
They start with the letter P and often wind up smashed around Halloween.
Pumpkin!
Very nice, Jaybird. All right, everybody's got a point here.
Yeah.
Try not to basic instinct everybody again with my crotch.
Yeah,
We've seen so much of your
Yeah.
lady parts this week.
I apologize.
yeah, okay, can't hear you.
That's no lady.
All right, here we go. Next up, think fast. Halloween theme here. They start with the letter G. Some are scary, others are friendly.
Goose!
Are we allowed to just jump in? I hear you. I hear you.
Goblin
You're
ghost.
supposed to wait. Yeah, he did at the end
Yeah.
of it. He kind of threw you off by
Shouting
yelling in-
goblins.
Yeah, he yelled in the middle of it, threw you off, and then at the end he went and said ghost.
I understand why Miho is complaining. I don't like that rule either. I think you should have to wait. But with that said, the witch has won several rounds.
You're
by-
right.
You shouldn't. I wouldn't have taken goblins in the middle. You got to wait until the end. But you threw Denny's off, and he was so frazzled by you screaming in his ear that you were able to get ghosts in right after I wrapped the whole thing
I'm
up.
trying not to scream as much. I get that it's a bit abrasive.
What? Can't hear you.
We couldn't tell.
All right, Jaybird has got the lead, and think fast. 2-1.
Oh, this cannot happen.
Yes. Come on.
No, you must be stopped.
All right, think fast here. It is a haunting instrument that starts with the letter O.
Organ.
Denny's.
Oh,
Wow. Yes.
oh Denny.
That's right. It is very haunting, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm no mathlete, but does that mean the witch is eliminated?
No, I'm gonna let her keep playing.
Why don't you sit down, you rude lady?
Oh, are you looking in the mirror?
She does need to get this one, though, to stay in it.
Ooh,
Okay, all right.
No pressure.
No pressure. Turn off his mic real quick, Denny's. I'll give you $5.
It starts with the letter C and is a popular instrument of death for serial killers.
Coffin.
Choking.
No, is a popular instrument of death for serial killers from Texas.
Chainsaw.
Virginia got it.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Very nice. I think what we're going to have to do is if you buzz in, I think Suits before, if you yell your answer before I finish, then you're out for that point.
Oh, look at that. We now make that rule. 9 weeks after
I think we're going to
Virginia-
have to because, yes, the game's getting derailed a little bit here. So I'm going to have to add a...
Oh, imagine that. She's out of control.
Yeah.
Denny's, don't forget, it was Kevin in Virginia before KVJ.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
All
got,
right.
he's got the witch.
He's got to get law and order around
I
here.
do.
You got a nerve.
Yes.
God,
so
this
you-
woman.
You nerveless woman.
Okay. All right. Here we go. It is all tied up. Whoever gets this is our winner of Think Fast.
Okay, all right, hold on.
We all gotta.
We're all standing.
I gotta focus on the face of Smug.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can read his face
Before.
right before he's about to say it, but you gotta lock in.
You
All
do.
right. Boy, making me nervous. Cheerleader looks like he's about ready to tackle somebody.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, my God. Terrifying.
We are ready. We want the win.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Final one, the tiebreaker here, and Think Fast.
It's going to end in a fight.
Starts with the letter W and is sticky and annoying when you accidentally walk through one.
Spider webs.
Webs,
Denny's gets it, and Jacob was answering early. Congratulations, Denny's. Holds on to the Think Fast crown.
Oh man, the nerves.
Anybody but Bird. Congratulations, Denny's.
Why are you so mean? You're such a mean witch. Why can't you be a good witch?
Only to you.
No, that's a lie.
All right, coming up here in a second. Let's say, for instance, you had a chance to get back at your childhood bully. You're working in a job, and lo and behold, the bully shows up and starts working where you do. Your mind starts scheming and thinking, oh, now could be my chance. What do you do if all of a sudden you're reunited with your childhood bully? We'll discuss next. Would you be excited if your childhood bully all of a sudden started working in the place where you start working? I don't know if you'd be excited. Jaybird, you said a buddy of yours is actually kind of going through this.
Yeah, so this guy that I know is now working with a guy that used to bully him. He's back in the area working at the same job, so he's got to see him all the time. And he said he's still kind of jerky.
Really?
And he said the bullying was terrible growing up. To the point, the whole toilet thing, pushing your head in the toilet, and throwing getting toilet paper wet and then throwing the toilet paper off your neck in class, stuff like that. And the guy's back in the area, and he has to see this guy all the time. He doesn't have to really talk with him a lot, face to face, but he's in the same area. He has to see him. He has to hear him.
Yeah, that would be tough. I mean, I think probably the best thing you can do just now that you're an adult, I mean, nobody can take your head and shove it in a toilet and do all those kind of like bullying things now, so I don't think you have to worry about the same stuff.
There's this one video where they had one of those town hall kind of a things, and the guy leading the town hall, he was either the principal or the superintendent of the school area, and the guy in the microphone's talking about his bully as a childhood, and then he goes, by the way, you were that bully. He calls out the superintendent guy, and the guy ended up losing his job.
Wow.
Because they went back and looked into it, and
Because he was a childhood bully?
he was a childhood bully, the guy ended up stepping down from his position.
Wow.
I know. I'll send you the link. It's a real story.
That's intense.
The guy called him out in front of everybody, and then the guy ended up stepping down.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, too, I mean, is a bully sometimes subjective? Or is a bully always a bully?
I think it depends, but I mean, sometimes the bully's being bullied. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and yes for both of you. I know what you're talking about, and I think sometimes it can be. Sometimes people will call bullying, and it's not bullying. It's just two people having an argument.
Yeah.
There is real bullying, and then there's this another thing where
Right.
people get into an argument, and now that's considered bullying.
Or it can be. I mean, the crew that I kind of hung out with, we were all pretty cutting. It was a pretty tough crowd. And you'd probably, if you stepped into that, be going, okay, it's bullying, but that's just the way we talk to each other. We were jerks to each other.
To me, bullying is when you are preying on somebody, you are keeping them down, you're intimidating them.
You're seeking them out just to try to hold them down.
If you and another guy don't get along with each other and you're always at each other's throats, I don't know if that's bullying.
I would imagine it'd be pretty satisfying. Can you imagine if you're now the job and all of a sudden somebody comes working and you have power over your bully? That would be a great position to have because now you can't really do anything. And that's the thing about today. And as you grow up, I think that's just stuff that has to be in the past. To me, I don't know how you can go and do anything to a bully.
If you were kids, I can say yes to that. But if you were like teenagers, like high school, and this person bullied you in high school, then, I mean, that's more fresh than like when you're little kids making stupid mistakes. You don't know any better. You're dumb.
It depends on what kind of bully you're dealing with. There's some really terrible bullies out there that will, hold you down and do terrible things.
I think there are a lot of people, I've talked to some people that it does, even though it might have been in 4th grade, that what their bully did to them back in the day, it's a trauma that still sits with them.
I told you about the one, I was in Publix, and I looked behind me, and the kid that used to, I would be on the little outside area back at Lake Park Elementary, and I was in probably 2nd grade, and this kid named Jonathan, who was in 6th grade, just wanted to always pick on me, and he'd always take his 2 hands and do that symbol thing across your ears.
Yeah.
So you bing, all of a sudden, I'd have my back turned and go like that, and a ring in your ear.
You deserve a swift nard kick for that.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
swift.
Saw that cat in Publix one time. It was weird.
You should have done the same thing to him.
Yeah.
Did you have any conversation?
I think I said hello. I don't think he brought up us being in Lake Park, and I don't think he remembered the. Although I do believe he probably remembers. If he dug deep, there's no way. Why would he even say anything?
Somebody, Babs in the chat room said, what's interesting is now because of Facebook, every now and then your old bully, they get a conscience and they reach out on Facebook. And it's weird had that happen where the old bully reached out. It's like, hey, how you doing? They try to act like nothing ever happened, I think, to kind of almost clear their own conscience.
Okay, but if they reach out to you and apologize and say, I'm so sorry I was a jerk, do you accept that, or do you screw you? Because I know some people that won't even accept an apology from their bully from back in the day.
I think it's better for you to, just, put it behind you. That'd be my thought. I mean, who wants to live over like pain from like when you're in elementary school? Just who cares?
Virginia.
What does it matter now?
Didn't you? You had a bully?
I did. So I was probably maybe like 4th or 5th grade, and there was a girl down the street who was a little bit older than me. She was maybe like in 6th or 7th grade. Definitely bigger in size and more intimidating. And there was a time when she like tried to fight me at the bus stop, and it was pretty intense. And then not too long after she tried to fight me, she got hit by a car 3 houses down from my house.
Yeah, how fast were you driving?
That's a very fair question.
Yes.
I swear it was not me.
Because you don't really need more than 15 miles, just to let you know.
She got hit by an El Camino, and he hit and ran. The guy that hit her was drinking, and she died right there on the scene.
She died?
She died.
Jeez.
My dad ran over there to try to help, and she died in my dad's arms.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's that depressing story we needed on a Monday.
Maybe don't bully people.
Always leave it up to Virginia. Get that Monday pick-me-up.
Right. It's that where do we go from here moment.
Well, I didn't know there was that many twisted details about that story. My gosh.
It's just the truth.
Wow.
All right, well, you got to call out some bullies. You can do that.
Somebody said, that's karma.
Yeah. Oh, it is. All right. You can let us know who you need to call out. 877-979-WRMF.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
All right. Who do you need to call out today and for what? Jaybird, I know you got to call him out here today. And you're showing Virginia, I believe you got a bruise.
Look.
To go with this.
Yeah, look at this bruise on my butt.
I mean, what kind of trick sex were you involved in?
See that?
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Looks painful.
I don't
Show
want
Kevin.
You can see it, Kev?
Look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you got, I mean, it looks like somebody hit a golf ball right into your butt from about 4 feet away.
Sweet.
Terrible.
Is that what happened?
No, our sweet Denny's had put a bunch of bags. I don't know why he did this. He had put some equipment of ours on my stairway, and for whatever reason, turned the lights out. So when
Booby trap?
yeah, so I'm coming downstairs to get something to drink like at 1:30 in the morning, and I trip all the way down, fall into my dog and into his food. Yeah, and have the worst butt bruise ever. And my left elbow is a lot bigger than my right one.
Oh.
So, Denny's, I'm calling you out. I don't know why he did that.
So it was just like he left it right on the stairs. You didn't see it. Just
He not only did he put it on the stairs, he turned out the lights too. It was pitch black in there.
Did he tuck you in?
No, he should have. Would have been nice.
And how many stairs did you go down? Do you think?
A whole flight. A whole flight. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It was a rough time.
Yeah, you look like you got worked over.
Oh, I got worked over real hard this weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a tough weekend for you.
Oh, I can't turn left again.
That performance with Melinda on stage at Brother Jimmy's at Cocktails and Karaoke, you can go see. That's posted up on our Facebook page. There's just a minute highlight video from all the best performances from Friday night.
Amazing.
Yes, and I believe you got body dropped on that. There was like a body slam that happened in that performance.
All part of the performance, my man.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You got is it a bruise from that by any chance?
No, this is all stairs. Trust me.
Okay, all stairs on that. Okay. Somebody to call out here today, and I even have seen more of this. I witnessed it yesterday. They're doing the express lanes on I-95, and if you're in Miami, for instance, they've got those plastic poles that are in that little divider between, they give an extra little buffer between what the express lane is and the regular lanes.
Yeah.
And, they haven't put those poles up in, parts of Broward and in Palm Beach County now. And so motorcyclists are like going, oh, cool, thank you, a nice motorcycle lane. And they're like zipping through it. And I saw it last night. There's about 6 motorcycles doing probably about 100 to 110 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, if you're just kind of like driving lackadaisically and you kind of look back, you're like, oh, I don't see anything. And you just start to leisurely, go into that lane. You're going to ping, 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 ping. You're going to have 6 motorcycles pinging off of you. It's just crazy dangerous. And I even saw that there was a write-up in the paper about it that just kind of a warning saying, hey, motorcyclists, that is not your own VIP lane. That is supposed to be, the buffer that is happening between the express lane and other, lanes of traffic. And it's really dangerous when these motorcycles are just zipping in and out of it.
Well, if people like us that drive like right around the speed limit, maybe a little bit over, if you look in your rear view and you don't see anybody and you go to change lanes leisurely, and then all of a sudden somebody going 120, 130 flies up on you, that's not your fault.
Well,
that is the person speeding.
Yeah, they're speeding. They'd be able to prove that.
Yeah.
But people can't see behind them the whole time. They look. If they don't see anything, then they go to merge. And in that 3 seconds that it takes them to merge over, if you're flying up on somebody because you're doing 120, that's on you.
Do you always check your blind spot? I mean, like physically turn to double check to see if you're not going.
I try to.
You have to, man, because there's always that one spot that you almost die on.
But you'll check it, and then all of a sudden there's a motorcycle in it, and you're like, wait, how did that happen? Because I know that was not there 3 seconds ago.
It's not part of that motorcycle group where they go around and do wheelies around everybody.
No, it wasn't that. It was just it was like a group of like 5 or 6. They did have some matching jackets on, so maybe they're part of some kind of group, but I don't know what it was. They call it lane splitting, I guess is the name of it. So, and it is illegal, and just to let you know, you'll be fined at least $165 in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County if you're doing it. But that's just kind of one of the things that's going on now. So it's like, to me, I guess maybe you're just young, you got a fast bike, you don't care, but I mean, is it worth it? There's so many stories, like I could see how easily. And I was even watching, like, oh, let's see if these guys make it.
I'd love a motorcycle. Oh, yeah. I would love it.
Would, huh?
I would.
Dead in a week.
Not allowed to have a motorcycle. We've talked about this. You struggle with a bicycle. You struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle being around you.
Let me see some other call-em-outs here just to get the message out to some people. Somebody said, I would like to call out the people in my development who still have their shutters up from Dorian. Why?
I have a few people by my area, too. They still have them up.
Because hurricane season's not over yet, and some people don't want to go up there and have to. It's a lot of work for some people. If you've got the accordion shutters, it's not a big deal. But if you've got the kind that have to be bolted on and screwed on individually.
But I blink and the HOA sends me a notice. How are they getting away with it? I mean, not that I care, because I do not care. Keep up your hurricane shutter. I don't give a frog's fat booty. But just why does the HOA go after some people and not others?
In my neighborhood, it's a lot of snowbirds, and they put them up and then they leave town. So they're not even here to take them down. Like you couldn't really enforce that.
It kind of makes your place really dark, like a cave. It's cozy for a lot of people. I love shutters up.
I love it.
Well, as a reminder for a lot of people, what they say in this one is, if you have a fire and you got your shutters up, it could be, it could kill you.
Well,
yeah.
Know where your windows and doors are at. I already got through.
Well, your windows, it doesn't do any good if you know where it is. I know where it is, but there's a shutter up over it. I can't get out. That's what they're saying. Take them down because of that. Somebody sent in a text too, and they said, yes, I would like to call out the disgusting person that dumped this poor doggy on the side of the road.
Aww.
And a positive call out to Nala Rescue and All Creatures Animal Hospital that helped her. She was hours from death, and I'm now fostering her and will adopt her. It's a long road to recover. That's from Barbie.
That's going to be a special dog for you.
Oh, yeah, I saw that post. That's Maddie's mom.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, they found this dog. This dog looked like it was like minutes from dying.
Oh, they'll love that dog. If they're really adopting that dog, that's going to be a special dog.
Sweet little doggy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And somebody said, yes, lane splitting is actually legal in California. However, as I have used that lane, as it was just now explained, we motorcyclists use our due diligence as well and rely on blinkers. We will adjust accordingly.
That's a cool motorcycle person.
Yeah, so they say look on the blinkers, but, I think that's just it, is maybe there's some people who don't realize, okay, I think they thought maybe this was like a special motorcycle lane, and it's not supposed to be. It's just they don't have the metal poles up yet.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Somebody would like to have Jaybird take the motorcycle test, but maybe on a moped.
I am so into mopeds. I was so close to buying one. Remember I was texting y'all, hey, should I get this or not? I was at that festival. It was a good deal.
Yeah, I talked to a dude that, and I think for a lot of people that live downtown, if you live like downtown Miami, Lauderdale, or West Palm, it's actually very handy to have a moped because, and especially if you work down there or you work from home, you don't really ever need your car. You just leave it parked. You just have the moped. That's what he was saying. He said it's so great and easy and convenient. I can always find a place to park.
I'll give me a little leather jacket. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A moped gang.
Yeah. I just want to get on that open road, Kev, as they say.
Yeah. Seems like a great idea. So you can check that out.
Well, I got to get something because my truck is at a point now. Every third time I turn it off, I have to get out, pop the hood, and then take off this cord from my battery, wiggle it, and then put it back on, and then it starts. And that's like every third time I turn it off.
You're driving like we drove in high school.
I know. I know. I love my truck, though.
You're a grown-ass man.
You know what? Well, we figured out what the problem is. There's some kind of computer chip weird thing in there, and I think to get that fixed, I think we're talking about. I think she's done. I think I gotta get a new car.
Computer chip. If it's more expensive than the value of the car,
I think it is. I'm just holding on to it.
All right, coming up here in just a bit. Have you seen a really great Halloween costume this year? You can let us know about that coming up here. Also going to be looking for your real life ghost stories. I know Jaybird has got one. We're going to be hearing about that this week. We're going to have video to go with it as well.
That's correct.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to get to that. If you've not heard the Witch song, that is going to be coming up in just a few as well. And this is a nice little column out here today. It's a great little story. Did you hear about this story? It's going viral of this 23-year-old Chastity Patterson of Newport, Arkansas. She lost her father 4 years ago. And on the 4-year anniversary of his death, she sent out this text. She's apparently been keeping his memory alive through texting to his number each and every single night, updating him on the ins and outs of her day and what's going on in her life. It's just, it was a way of her of coping with it. And then on Thursday, the day right before the 4th anniversary of his death, she said, hey, Dad, it's me. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day again. And she talked about how she beat cancer and how she hadn't gotten sick since her father's passing. She said, I promised you that I would take better care of myself. And she recapped how she graduated college with honors, fell in love, got her heart broken, but she made it through a stronger woman. And after she texts all this out, she gets a message back.
From the number that her dad used to have?
And it says, "Hi, sweetheart. I'm not your father, but I have been getting all your messages for the past 4 years." He introduced himself as Brad, and he said, "I lost my own daughter in a car wreck back in 2014.
Wow.
And your messages have kept me alive."
Wow.
He continued saying, "I'm sorry that you lost someone so close to you, but I have listened to you over the years. You're an extraordinary woman, and I wish my daughter would have become the woman that you are." And she posted the conversation to Facebook, and her caption saying that she can now let her father rest.
Wow.
It's not going to come out in 2 days later. This was
fake.
a fake ghost story. Very topical around Halloween time because this sounds so good to be true. It's a great story.
It is a good story. I mean, what an interesting connection. A girl who lost her father and a father who lost his daughter. And she's been shooting him the text.
It's too good.
We've been duped before, Wrongston.
It's like a movie plot.
I saw this everywhere on
I
social
know.
media, and I was like, I don't know.
So you're not buying it? You're saying it's a fake story?
My heart wants it so bad.
We've been burned.
We've been burned so many times.
Do you think are they going to meet? Is it going to be on Good Morning America or something like that?
The whole thing. The GoFundMe, new house, new car, everything.
That's
And
kind of what I
then
figured.
it'll blow up.
Yeah. Then they knew
They
each other.
knew each other. It was a whole scam.
And then it all comes out. We've all been duped, huh?
Yes.
You said that Post Malone didn't do that song Circles when he was here last week, huh?
That's what Magnolia said. She went to the concert, and she said she was so sad because they wanted to hear that song, and he didn't do Circles.
I hate that. I wonder why he wouldn't do it.
I don't know. It's weird.
Huh. I wonder because he sings a little bit more in that than he typically does in a lot of his other songs, doesn't he? Is it harder to perform?
Maybe.
Or does it maybe not fit like a harder image?
No, he
It's
would
the
totally.
Soccer Mom song. It's the softer side of Post Malone, and he's like, "Oh, I want to come off hard in concert."
I don't know. I think at the end of his concert, he did not come off hard. Like he did this whole inspirational talk to the kids in the crowd, telling them, you follow your dreams, you can be whatever you want to be, all that kind of stuff. So I don't think he's worried about coming off hard.
Yeah, there's plenty of live performances of him doing it, so there's a ton on the internet.
Okay.
So he's definitely doing it.
Wow, I wonder why he didn't do it here.
Maybe Mags was in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a possibility.
Yeah, I
Possibility.
can't. That's such a big song. I can't imagine he wouldn't do that. And that's like his most current hit.
I know.
I don't want to call Mags out and say she's wrong. I'd like to double check this though.
He did perform 2 separate nights. Maybe he did it one night and did it the other.
You gotta
Even
do
that,
your-
that doesn't make sense either. Though.
No, but he did it at different venues.
I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
mean-
AAA and then BB&T.
You can call Mags right now and yell at her if she's wrong.
No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather yell at you.
Okay. Let me see here. Got a cool little costume here that somebody's wearing out at Atlantic and Del Rey. They went as the king from the Bud Light commercials, and their buddy went as the knight. And apparently, whenever they walk in a bar, people would yell out "Dilly Dilly."
That's cute.
Yeah, won $250 in cash at a costume contest.
Oh yeah, that's good money.
Yeah, that is some good stuff. Here's a cute one where they made their kid in a stroller look like Elliot on the bike with E.T. in the front. That's kind of cool.
I love it.
Yeah. They won a costume contest there, and there's some kids still dressing as Hulk Hogan, too.
Oh, yeah, the Hulk Hogan, E.T., that stuff don't go out of style, Kev.
Yeah.
Timeless.
People love the 80s.
Okay, there you go. If you got any good photos, you can post them up and let us see them on the KVJ Show Facebook page. There's a video that's going to be coming this week, too. You can go and see the behind the scenes of the filming of the Virginia the Witch.
It will be dropping today. There's no doubt. We are 99% done with it. We
Wow.
have a couple more little effects to add. It's tough because she didn't want to get too much makeup on her.
Yeah.
So it's making post-production a bit of a bitch.
Virginia had to cover herself, and this is the great part. Virginia had to cover herself in blue, and Virginia hates blue, and so Virginia's covered in like blue paint.
Well, then she covered part of her boobs up
Yeah.
too, but then one of her boob is still white, and you can kind of see half of a white boob flying around. So you're going to see half green, half blue or green, half white boobies.
I had to come from a different event. And
Yeah.
so I'm like getting dressed here at the radio station. And then he's like, oh no, you got to paint all your boobs. I'm like, wait, what? I thought it was just face makeup. And then now I'm painting my boobs, my hands. It was annoying.
She wore this low-cut shirt. I mean, the cleavage was popping.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to wear a bra. Too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so those
Okay.
things were just flopping everywhere. Which, that's good for the video.
Yeah, it's a way to sell the video. Yeah, it's for this song. If you haven't heard it yet, this is Virginia the Witch.
This is the story of Virginia the Witch. She'll take the toughest man on earth and turn him into a bitch. She flies around all over the town, hopped up on liquor, wearing a black gown. Don't give her champagne or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch drinks, the stronger the witch gets. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it is a chick, and that chick on that broomstick is Virginia the Witch. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do. She's got a witchy nose, she's got a witchy laugh, she's got witchy farts coming out her witchy ass. Don't give her gassy foods or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch farts, the stronger the witch gets. So if you hear that witchy laugh, you better start praying, cause you're about to get attacked. You better be suspicious of this witch because she is vicious. She eats men up for breakfast because she thinks men are delicious. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
Step off, bitch, cause I'm one badass witch. I'll burn you up worse than a case of jock itch. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. I'm gonna stare you down with my big pink eye. I'm Virginia the witch, there's nothing you can do. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little Denny's too.
Oh, bummer.
Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
Oh, there you go. Video out today. You can go and check that. Somebody did text in and said, yeah, my daughter went to both Post Malone shows, and he did one more song in Miami, and they're confirming, yeah, he didn't do circles, apparently, at the BB&T Center.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird, yeah.
It's kind of weird, so.
Maybe it is hard to sing it because he does get high.
He's doing it, though. He's doing it. Maybe he just hates West Palm. Just kidding.
All right. Thank you very much for the info. You can always text us 877-979-WRMF.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Okay, we got a makeup or breakup here. Chris is sending us an email from out of the area. We got him on to discuss his situation, and this is a more serious one. A lot of times we deal with boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe fiance, but I think this is a marriage that he's talking about here. Now, this is definitely a cheating kind of situation. I guess it's how you rank it and how bad it is, and could you come back from this? So, Chris, tell us the story that happened with your wife and I guess a night out that she had.
Well, my wife is a former teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, she had too much to drink. She went out with her friends, and they partied a little too hard.
Okay.
She ran into a former student of hers. He's 23. My wife is 39. He gave her some cocaine. They started it in the bathroom of the bar.
Oh,
Then
boy.
they walked to his car, and they made out for what she said was about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. She said that a few more things happened physically, but nothing sexual.
Well,
That's sexual. Physical is the definition of sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It doesn't have to be like the straight up sex to be sexual.
oh, no. I mean, already what I've heard is enough to...
Yeah. Walls Pennington over here is.
Well, I haven't given my ruling yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So how'd this all come out, Chris?
Well, he left her after about 20 minutes, and then she claimed that that's all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Next morning, she confessed all of it to me. She woke up crying and sobbing, telling me that she was sorry and that, this was a mistake and that she felt really bad about it. She said she didn't mean to do it and that she loves me so much. This is hurting her, and it's just not her way of doing things. But this is the first time she's ever done anything like this.
Okay.
She's been having a tough time lately. She's her dad recently just passed away, and she hasn't been taking any of that well.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make excuses for her, by the way. I'm just really hurt right now, and I'm wondering if this is something that's, worthy of a divorce.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble even looking at her right now, so I kind of need to hear it from somebody else, I think.
Okay.
Oof, this is tough. I think first you guys need to go and sit down with a marriage counselor.
Yeah.
And work through it, because if you can forgive her, I think that would be the best thing. I mean, she's just fallen on the sword. She's telling you everything. She's admitting what she did wrong. She's crying. She's apologetic. I think if you can move past this, you should try.
If it was the other way around, where it was a man who hooked up with his former former student, gave her cocaine and all that, the same scenario, you still have the same opinion?
I know a great divorce attorney, honey. I will hook you up.
Changes, huh?
It totally, of course it changes with the witch.
Yeah, I think this is a very personal decision. It's relationship to relationship and how you feel and what's going on. There's a lot of extraneous things happening. Yeah, obviously, therapy if you think that you could maybe try to power through it. And then I wonder, too, like I said, I'm not a fan of ultimatums in relationships or, major restrictions. But if you came to it where you could forgive her, if you're Chris, do you say, sorry, no more girls' nights out? You've lost that privilege.
When you are the one cheating and wrecking everything, yeah, that's when you can have an ultimatum thrown at you, because you're the one that went out of the marriage.
Yeah.
And you're the one that caused all this destruction.
And look, you're just not allowed to drink unless I'm there.
Or do cocaine and hook up with your former students. I've heard enough. Wallace Pennington, I'm out.
You'd be out of the marriage?
The reason I could forgive somebody, but I know how my brain works.
Yeah.
I would never be able to forget it.
And that's a big thing.
And that for me, I really could forgive somebody for that and not talk bad about them. But I know for me, on an intimate, personal level, I'd never be able to be comfortable with that person ever again.
And that's what you have to really decide, and therapy can help you decide that. Can you forgive her? Because if you forgive her and you move past this, you have to really move past it. You can't bring it up. You can't punish her for 5 years about it.
Yeah.
You guys have to work it out in counseling and then get past it and then rebuild your love. You can't stay mad for 10 years.
Yeah. A lot of steps happen there, though. She met the student. She did cocaine. They walked out to the car. They made out. I mean, a lot happened there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I understand the grieving, but I don't think there's ever an excuse for infidelity.
No, people lose their parents all the time. They don't go do cocaine, hook up with a former student, and cheat on their husband.
And the other thing, too, this is probably not going to be the last time she's going to have bad news happen in her life. So am I expecting that you're going to go get blasted, do some blow, and hook up with a former student whenever bad news comes your way?
Hopefully this is a learning situation for her, too. Like, she sounds like she's sad, she's crying, she's apologetic, she's confessing.
She should be.
Maybe she'll never do it again.
Okay.
Nah, you're good. By the way, Virginia going way too easy on. If this was the other way around, oh my gosh, what a pig! Come on, get out of here, witch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I see you.
I see through rose-colored glasses.
Well, at least you own it.
I just see things different for men and women. Sorry, not sorry.
Wonder what majority of people would be on this. If you were Chris and you had to deal with this with your wife, are you staying in the marriage or are you out? Okay, what do you do if you're Chris here? Your wife goes out, girls' night out, and apparently runs into an old student who's now in his early 20s. The next morning, you're woken up with her crying, confessing that she went and did some blow with the kid, and they messed around a little bit in the car.
DIVORCE. That's what
over,
That's what I'd be singing.
Walls is out,
I'm so out.
but no one's surprised. Walls is out real quick.
This one you should be out on this one. Cocaine with former students.
Jennifer is on here from Lake Worth 9 years ago. This kind of thing happened to her. What exactly happened with you and your husband 9 years ago, Jennifer?
He ran into an ex-girlfriend of his when he got back from deployment, and he decided to go out with her behind my back.
Oh.
And the next morning when he came home, he had told me that he had slept with her. And we did marriage counseling. It took a year of marriage counseling. But throwing away a marriage and a love over one mistake is not worth it because you will live a life of regret.
Really? And are you happy now, looking back on this 9 years later, that you have moved past that and you're still together?
Yes, we are still together. We are going on 10 years, and staying with him was the best decision because I love him to death.
Mm-hmm.
He may make mistakes, and everybody does. He's human.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, look, some people are set differently. If that's a thing you can get over, more power to you. I just know I'm not that kind of person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is just a crazy terror. I mean, I think we make bad decisions. But, I mean, to first decide, hey, yeah, you know what? Let's go do some blow. I mean, to get to that point.
But if they are truly remorseful and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I would never do that again. Like, I don't know. If the love is strong, I think you can do the counseling and maybe come back from it.
Yeah.
If the love is strong, you can power through those cocaine moments with your former students.
But if you love him and you truly are still in love with him, well then, yeah, you want to power through it. Like if you were already on the fence, you're like, bye.
But it's really up to the person who got cheated on.
Right.
They are, I think, again, you can forgive somebody, but a lot of people have a tough time forgetting. And that's no way to live for some people.
And I thought it was an interesting comment somebody texted to us, too. It says, as far as a relationship goes, if you need to babysit your partner and tell them where they can and can't go, it's no longer a marriage. It's a parent-child relationship.
Yeah, and then I'm out.
And that's tough because who would be like, yeah, go ahead. Go out with the girls again. Have fun. I trust you. Sure. No, you don't.
Even then, hey, babe, I'm going to go out and get some milk, get some cheese. I'll be back in an hour. Are you really getting cheese?
Or are you getting cocaine?
Yeah. Where's this milk coming from?
Okay. Somebody said you at least got to try the counseling.
Or you don't. It's really up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to the person who got cheated on.
Some people don't want to sit. Now they're in counseling because you decided to do all this crazy crap, and you're the one that has thrown this boomerang into your relationship. But now the guilt's going to be on you if you don't go to therapy because you're not. But no, that's a bunch of horse crap.
Somebody texted in, Virginia, want to know, would you and I forgive our spouses if this had happened to us and we were Chris?
I don't know. I mean, it would have to really be disgust. I mean, I love Panda to death, and I would definitely go do the counseling. I love the person that he is. So I've been with other dudes, and I won't name any names, but I did not like the person they were. And so I went to the counseling half-hearted, just feeling like, I don't even like this person. And now they're a cheater, and then they're just, no.
There's just, so much of it.
I love the person that Panda is.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would try to do everything to salvage the relationship if he cheated, but I may have to cut off his penis too. I mean, there's that.
I think that's going to be tough for later moments.
Yeah, it's true.
If you do decide to forgive him, you're like, oh, dang it, I cut it off.
Oh, and the things I do to the girl he cheated with, I mean, that poor thing, she'd be sliced to pieces.
Well, no, she's going to be a lot younger and a lot quicker than you, unfortunately. I'm so sorry.
No, there's no way. The rage would give me the power of 10 women.
I'm just kidding.
I think what I'd probably do, I think this would probably be, for me, immediately be like going, I think we need to get some space. Because I think you need time to think. I think you need to just kind of process everything. So I'd be like, look, you need to go live somewhere else. And, we can try the therapy, but I just got to see how I feel. And at this moment, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I'm going to need a lot of time. I'm going to need a good bit of separation. And I got to sort this thing through. I mean, divorce isn't something where you just, you do a drive-through at Burger King. I mean, that takes a lot of time anyway. So you're going to have a process there on top of it. So I think, okay, let's at least separate for a while and then we can figure it out.
Are we just going to ignore all the people calling Virginia out for just saying so many crazy things in that last call? So many people think she's full of crap, double standard.
Sorry.
That's all you got?
Sorry. There you go. There's nothing much you can say for that. Yep, sorry. Yeah, I'm a
Like,
hypocrite.
if this was opposite, your opinion would be different.
It's quite possible, but hearing what we've heard here today and how she fell on the sword after she fell on the sword the night before, she really does seem remorseful. And she seems like she didn't want to do this. And if he still loves her and she still loves him and they feel like they can battle back.
You can't say that. You can't say she didn't feel like doing that because we just went over 9 different steps she went through to where she didn't have to do that. She wanted to do it. She felt bad about it after. And those are the facts.
Yeah, and I think, so it probably started with drinking. Drinking lowers your inhibitions.
You don't have
start
to tell
making worse
me.
decisions, and now here you do. I mean, if she was completely sober and out by herself, she's probably not going to wind up in a car with one of her former students doing blow, you would hope.
Exactly.
If
But
she
that's
is to
not an
that point, then yeah.
It's not an excuse.
No, I'm just saying
if
that
you're an adult, you know what happens when you drink.
But you're asking how all these things happen. And I think when you start drinking and you get to that point, then there's an avalanche of bad decisions that can happen.
I understand what you're saying,
Yes.
Kevin. I get your gist.
She gets it. She's defending, I guess, all cocaine cheaters. Wait, what? I don't get
No, only the female ones.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that is highlighted. Only the female cocaine cheaters get a pass on this, Kevin.
A couple things. Is it way out of character, and do you have kids? And people are saying those two things might kind of like factor in.
Great questions.
Yes. So there's a lot of things you got to try to answer there as you sort through this, Chris. But I get it. I think you probably need a little bit of time at least to be like, you know what? I need to be alone. I need to think this thing through.
I hear you.
All right, anything else you want to add? 877-979-WRMF. You can.
I like how we finally broke Jaber. That's how you know.
Oh, make no mistake. I was broken a long time ago.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Our whacked out news for you today. Start off in Montana with a guy who got pulled over back in 2017, and he said that he'd just been to Yellowstone National Park and saw Yogi Bear. Huh? I thought Yogi Bear was fictional.
Oh, he's smoking that good stuff.
Apparently, when he said that, that made the cop a little suspicious. And when he searched the car, he wound up finding 8 pounds of meth.
8 pounds?
Oh, he wasn't lying. He saw
Yeah.
Yogi Bear.
That's a newborn baby.
So now, 2 years later, he's just been sentenced to 15 years and 8 months in prison. So there you go. Yeah. There's a woman in Las Vegas. Apparently, things weren't going her way at the casino. I don't know exactly why she was kicked out of it. Maybe she was losing, maybe she was drunk, maybe a little bit of both. Either way, she was not happy when they said, "You're out." So she said, "Oh, yeah?" She decided to show them. She got in her broke down motorhome, and by the way, it's not a fancy one. And how do I know this? Because I saw the photo of it in the front of the casino where she drove it through.
Oh, she said, okay, kick me out. See how that goes.
That's, yeah.
Girl.
That was her finishing move.
Talk about doubling down.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll see your kick out and I'll raise you.
She's going to be in jail for a little bit.
There's a SWAT team that responded to an active shooter in Utah last week, but it turned out to be a drunk guy who was just shooting at shadows.
What was he on?
It's just hammered.
Shooting at shadows?
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Just the booze. I got him. Guy in Japan got arrested for headbutting a woman who told him that he was bad at karaoke. Wow.
I've seen things like this happen on the karaoke stage, man.
Yeah. Interesting response. Thank God that didn't happen to Brother Jimmy's on Friday.
I wish somebody would have headbutted me.
Why?
Because I went a little too hard.
Oh my God. That's why you don't want to get headbutted. I don't think that's good logic.
That seemed like a good response. Well, they got some meth problems going on in Ohio. There have been 28 men and women now charged there with a major meth operation. And it's kind of interesting as you look down the list of the people that have been arrested. On the list, there is one cooter, and there's also a woman that is just known as MILF. So, there you go. Some of the arrests there for meth in Ohio.
Is she even hot? Probably not.
Probably not. No. No. I mean,
MILF is a joke.
Ohio meth hot? Yeah. No. There was a car thief in North Carolina that tried hiding from the cops in a dumpster. And he said, you know what? It really stinks in here. I'm going to go hide someplace better. So he switched it up to a porta potty. Yeah, they wound up finding him in his second stinkier location. He was arrested on several charges. I mean, what is it with this guy?
I mean, dumb.
Come on, man. The mayor of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, just got sued by a guy who was the umpire for the mayor's rec league adult kickball game. The umpire is saying that the mayor got him fired from that job after a close call went against the mayor's team.
I can see that happening. People become animals when they play these sports, Virginia. I was in a men's basketball league with your husband, and everyone got kicked. There's 3 guys that got kicked out of the league, and one of the guys is never allowed back at the actual place. That's how badly they took it seriously.
People get a little bit crazy these things.
They do, man.
Did Panda get in trouble?
Panda punted he got charged with the foul, took the ball and punted it into the rafters of the place and got thrown out of the game. You would have been so turned on.
Oh yeah, I like a feisty panda.
And finally here, people are getting carried away at these gender reveal parties. In fact, maybe we need to start ramping them down a little bit. A 56-year-old woman in Knoxville, Iowa, got hit by some debris that came from an explosion that was part of a gender reveal stunt.
Oh, no.
Yes. Pretty serious stuff. She died from her injuries.
She's dead?
Yes.
She wasn't the baby's mom, was she?
At 57?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm not saying you can't have a baby at 50. Well, yeah, I am. Can you have a baby at 57?
You can, but it's rare.
Yes.
Okay.
So it likely wasn't the mom, and I have a feeling that would have been included in the story. But
dang, shrapnel from the explosion
Yeah.
of the gender reveal.
Well, these rednecks are seeing them on social media. They're going, yeah, well, I got that, and I'll see you one.
Question, do you still celebrate when you find out what you're having?
No. I mean, somebody died. You gotta, like...
Do you feel obligated to name the baby after the woman that you killed in your gender reveal stunt?
You have to, even if it's a boy. I think you do.
So that's how you get a boy named Sue?
Yeah, that is.
That is messed up.
It is. So,
Oh, Kevin.
yeah, let's maybe walk these back a little bit.
Oh, they're getting ridiculous.
They really
There's
are.
dynamite involved now,
yeah,
some of these.
that's the problem. People are dying at gender reveal stunts. Let's stop doing it.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Well, one of those I'm looking for advice posts has gone viral here today. It says, how can I, female 24, gently explain to my boyfriend, a male 29, that he isn't wiping himself properly?
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
I mean, it's got to be a
Yeah.
bad problem.
Yeah, it's tough. They live separately, but whenever he comes over to stay, even if they don't get intimate, he doesn't wear any drawers to bed. And she started noticing some stains when he was getting up and on the sheets.
Oh,
Upon further investigation,
Well,
she's like, okay, it's definitely him. She said at first I thought it was me, and I was totally embarrassed. But then I realized after the last time it happened, it actually was him that had done this. Now, they've been together for several months. So it doesn't even sound like this is a long-term relationship. And so here she is trying to figure out how she can breach the subject with him. And how does she bring this up? She doesn't want to hurt his feelings. She wants to be sensitive. And she's like, how do you even talk about this with somebody?
maybe you can get brown sheets and just call it good.
Okay,
that's
we're
tough.
going to have to start having an underwear rule in the bed. If we are going to take off our undies, not wipe well, and then just have streaks galore,
It's a lot.
we might have to have a note. Write a little note. Hey, babe, I love you, but we got to talk about your streaks.
So what'd you do? You're only dating a girl for 3 months. You really do like her, but this is what's going on. How do you handle this?
Wallace Pennington's heard enough.
You're out. You're just out. You're just out.
Dude, this is so much. I don't want to get involved in this. I don't want to have a heart-to-heart about this. This is terrible.
That's what I can't believe. This girl still wants the relationship to go on, and she said, "Look, his hygiene's good in other ways, so it's not like he's just completely gross. This is just one of the issues." She said, "I started by putting the wet wipes in the bathroom, and he even commented like, oh, that's cool, but after seeing what I saw, I have a feeling he's not using them."
He's not using them in the right spot.
I mean,
Yeah. So what do you do?
Okay, let's say you really had this problem with Panda, where it is bad. You sit down and say something to him, don't you? Or do you just tell me and Kevin about it and then wait till it's on the air?
No,
and blindside him.
I would have to say something to Panda, and it would be awkward and uncomfortable, but maybe I could do it like in a joking way, like, honey, did you accidentally let one slip that was juicy?
You got to make it fun at first. Go, babe, what's going on? I just noticed there's a lot of brown stains where you lay at.
Right where your butt is.
Well, we know where they're coming from, and I know that's not chocolate. I know chocolate stains. That's not chocolate.
I know because I scratched it and licked it, and it's not chocolate.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, Virginia.
Some of the comments that were on this post said he should know how to wipe his rear. The dude's 29. Don't be gentle. This guy needs some tough love. Yeah, come on, man. If you were like 8, maybe.
Okay, 3 months is right on that. That's right on that cusp for you. Go, all right, do I like this person or not?
Another comment says, can somebody explain how this is even happening? Is he parting his cheeks and pressing down on the bed? I mean, is he taking really horrible poos that wind up all over his backside?
Do you know what is probably happening? And I'm going to try to keep this as gross, the least gross as possible. He's not wiping completely great, and then he lays onto the sheet, and the sheet, he gets one of those sheet wedgies, and bada boom, bada bing.
Why? Because it happened to you?
No, I think that's just science.
Yeah. Somebody said, is he sharting in bed? Like
that's a valid question, because sometimes you'll have a sleep fart and you don't know. Like Rocco had a sleep fart last night, and I swear it didn't have any action. I looked, but I was like, whoa, Rocco.
Came out there, huh?
It was juicy.
And another comment said, so in my experience, a lot of men don't shave, nor do they wipe well, and it just kind of ends up getting spread around. And with the daily sweat, I've dated a few men that weren't clean back there.
It's furry, right? Like some guys are furry.
Bottom line, we got to have a talk. You got to talk.
You think this might be something to...
Or I think you talk, or I think we have to see other people.
Kevin's definitely not furry.
I'm not
very clean, yeah.
I'm not furry either, honestly. I don't have that much hair.
Mm-hmm. No, I make sure that that area needs to stay very sanitary. One text said it could be a medical condition. I have streaks sometimes myself. Usually when working long outside, but I keep wet wipes in my vehicle and in each bathroom. Think of it like a chronic condition.
Huh.
Thank you for your brave story.
That is right. That is brave.
You didn't have to tell us all that.
Now, the suggestion, you politely ask him to help you change the sheets and then point it out like you've never seen it before. Like, oh, wow, what is that over there on your side of the bed, right near where your butt sits every single night?
Life is too short. You got to address this quick.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You definitely do. You can't go on like this. And he might not know. He might not realize.
He knows.
But wouldn't you be horribly embarrassed when you start wearing pants? I mean, you only been dating a girl for a couple of months. I mean, wouldn't you be like, okay, I'm going to wear some underwear every single night if this is what's happening?
I feel like he doesn't know.
Virginia, how do you not know? If you were a guy it's happened to it had to have happened to him before. If it's happening now, this is not a problem that just all of a sudden started happening. He knows. Oh, he knows.
Oh, he's an animal.
He's an animal. He's an animal.
Right.
I think you got to break up with this guy.
Yeah, if he doesn't care, be like, yeah, so what? Then I'm like, all
break
right,
up. You're done. We can't work through this.
Jeff's on here from Margate with a suggestion. What's your thought on this, Jeff?
Shower.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, so you're saying that she should tell him to shower before he comes to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, though, it's like, why?
Because you have a gross butt and you're not wiping.
Oh, I do?
And we are barely holding on in this relationship.
Well, some people are thinking that he doesn't know and this is happening in his sleep. And
no excuse.
That's possible, y'all.
At his age, though, how does he not know? If he always sleeps with no drawers on,
yes.
He has to, by the age of 29, you have to have noticed, when you're at least 23, hey, what's on my bed sheet at home?
Yeah, unless it's only going on in her bed. Of course it's not going on just in her bed. He's had to have seen streaks in his bed before.
He's probably thinking, oh, she's not going to notice.
Oh, give me... Who would think that?
A guy in denial with a case of brown butt?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, this is just unbelievable. I really
I've heard
think
it. I'm out. I've heard enough. There's no, we're not recovering.
Well, I mean, if you really love this dude and you can look past the fact that he's leaving stains in your sheets every single night, you at least have to say, hey, are you aware of this? And, okay, these are my sheets. Like, this is kind of gross.
So you love this guy after 3 months and he's crapping the bed. And what makes this guy such a gem after 3 months? Why is he the one?
I don't know. Everything. I mean, I can't even imagine what other upsides you have that you're willing to overlook this.
I mean, you have to be such an awesome person within 3 months to be like, oh.
You have to have everything.
Yeah.
Everything else.
No, this guy does not have it.
Well, she's still in the honeymoon phase.
Nah.
That's going to get really old after you guys are together for a couple of years and you see brown stains in the bed. You're going to be like, okay.
It's going to get old. No, we have already hit that. It's old.
Yeah.
We're at the point of no return.
Okay. I kind of think so as well, but that's the suggestion since she's getting something needs to be said, something needs to be done. You just can't live this life. That's no way to live, baby. Come on. Farts have a liberal agenda. Apparently that's the latest thing here that Jaybird's let me know that apparently there's something going on here about the way you toot. Now, there's a mission statement here that some feminists are taking up. And the mission statement says, quote, why should we teach girls to fart louder when what really should be doing is to teach the men of the world to fart quieter?
Wait, what? Can you read that again?
I think they're saying teaching. Why do we try to teach as society? We teach women not, oh, you can't fart. You got to be quiet about farting. When society says men can fart as loud as they want. That's what they think society has taught us.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Let me just tell you, I've known plenty of women who can out-fart men any given Sunday.
Name them.
I can't.
Kim Ralston.
Yeah, without a doubt. The Mexican queen can out-fart any man.
Yeah.
This is such a non-gender thing. This is just, I think, the way your butt's built.
Yeah. This is the latest stupid thing that we're going to try to fight about.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
This is how we're going to try to turn on each other with farts.
It says, by farting louder, the man is using passive-aggressive violence to position himself as dominant. This intimidates the woman to subconsciously not release as much flatulence, and thus the woman, fearing for her safety, doesn't fart as loud as a sign of submissiveness. Thus, in turn, contributes to rape culture and women being oppressed. Oh, my goodness.
No.
This stuff's kind of entertaining.
It's a bit of a stretch.
It is entertaining, though.
You got to start reading these blogs.
You got to go into it with not taking it seriously, but it is pretty entertaining.
Wow, that's really something.
Yeah, I mean, Virginia alone in this room.
Yes.
I mean, yes, any given meal could put me in a real precarious spot. Well, not me. I don't mind them.
Yeah.
My company.
But my question is there's no way anybody believes that, right? Nobody.
They might. They're not people I talk to, but yeah, they might.
Someone driving in the car right now goes, no, it's right. No, this is true.
Again, this is, I feel like this is just, we give the most attention to the most insane 5% out there that are saying the craziest things, and we give them the most volume.
And did somebody just write this to fire people up?
No, it came from a feminist for sure.
That's really how she feels.
But she's got an agenda. Like everyone's got an agenda. She's trying to get everyone all fired up.
We just need to all let them rip, baby. Have some fun, Unless, of course, you just started dating and, it's
don't do it in the
getting
bed.
a mess on their sheets.
Yeah.
Yes. Then, of course, you might want to think it over. So there you go. If you do believe as this woman does, I would be curious. It'd be fascinating to talk to her, to be like, why is this such a thing? And why do you truly believe this? If they are out there, the 5%, we'll give you a little microphone, 877-979-WRMF.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.
Another game from the 70s that this guy was the host, and he'd always have the little girls kiss him. And me and Denny's watched this montage yesterday. It was weird, man.
Yeah, Richard Dawson's the only guy. No, I don't know of anybody else.
I'll send you the link. You're like, what the heck was that?
Oh, things were different then.
They really were different.
Yeah, it's true.
If you had to go on a game show confident that you would win the most riches and prizes, what would be the game show that you would crush? Where do you think your skill set matches up the most?
I mean, I've always wanted to go on The Price is Right. I really have.
What would be your game? Like, what is the game you watch that be going, I would crush that?
I mean, I like all of them. I like all the pricing games. I like the Yodeler the best. Yodel, yodel.
Well,
the guy that climbs the mountain.
Yeah, and you got to know actual retail prices on regular. Like, you have to shop a lot. If you
grocery
shop a lot.
store
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't. I would be terrible at that.
I'm in Publix 3 times a week, so let's go.
Plinko is just, it seems so random. Like, I don't know. I mean, is there really any skill set to doing well at Plinko where you drop the chip down the board and it bounces around the pegs?
It seems pretty luck of the draw, but Plinko is fun.
It is fun, but I'm trying to say, okay, where does my skill set match up? If you had to right now say you have access, you have a pass to get on any game show you want, and I want to think too, okay, where can I win the most cash and prizes? And then where does my skill set match up? A lot of them are just luck of the draw.
For me, Wheel of Fortune, without a doubt. There's some skill there. You got to be quick. I would love to be on
doing
Wheel of
the puzzles.
Yep.
Figuring that out. You think you can put puzzles together well?
I have rounds where I'm really, really good, and then I have rounds that I struggle at. It just depends on what you get. But I would have a chance of winning money on Wheel of Fortune. Would you count Big Brother as a game?
Yeah, I think you would do well on Big Brother.
You win money, right?
You can win $500,000.
I guess anymore you do look at it as like a game.
It is a game.
Yeah.
You'd be America's favorite.
Well, thanks, Virginia. I appreciate that. But that's the game I'd like to be on. Big Brother or Wheel of Fortune.
That'd be good, and that probably would be yours. Yeah.
I'm
They
too
brought
old.
back pressure, luck. No whammies, stop.
And that was kind of a timing thing, wasn't it? Where it would go around the board and you would have to kind of like figure out a pattern and then stop it right at the right moment.
Just a lot of luck, I think.
It was, yeah.
Deal or No Deal is another one that's luck, and you can win big money on that one. That's a fun one. Anybody could win at that.
They brought back Card Sharks. Remember that one?
Nope.
That's a good one.
Was that like a high-low card game?
Yeah.
You'd have to pick, okay,
You
I
have to
think this is
guess
going to be
if the
higher or
next
lower.
card is going to be higher or lower.
That's just luck of the draw. You don't know. There's no real skill set in that.
But it's fun.
It's random. I mean, now you may say, okay, imagine if you got a Rain Man, somebody could really kind of mentally count cards. Maybe you would have a good chance at Card Sharks.
Fascinating documentary on Netflix about this guy who was obsessed with The Price is Right and knew every little nuance about the game and beat the game. He was always in the crowd. He's considered this genius when it comes to The Price is Right. Very very good documentary. I don't highly recommend it. It wasn't that great. Am I talking myself out? It's mid-range.
You talked yourself out of it.
You didn't sell it well. I'm definitely not going to check it out.
You didn't sell it well to you.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm never going to watch that.
It was average at best. Never mind.
Okay.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some games that I think that you can do. Didn't the guy who just was the big winner on Jeopardy, weren't they saying that there was a strategy that he did? I mean, it's off from just knowing the answers. Didn't he also employ some type of different strategy, and that's why he won James Holtzman or whatever his name was? I thought I remember. I didn't ever watch it, but I do remember reading that he was employing some kind of like Vegas-like strategy, and that was helping him win.
Can I get an amen for a little Double Dare?
Double Dare was great.
Double Dare is
I think
great.
We've aged out of Double Dare.
I would crush a Double Dare. I want to take on some kind of course.
Oh, yeah. I know there was, when I was really in shape, there was a time when I really kind of got into that Ninja Warrior show.
Yes.
And I was like, I wonder how I would do on that.
You would do?
Not now, I'd be terrible. But then when I was like, because I was doing a lot of pull-ups and that kind of stuff, I'm like, body-on-body stuff, I'm like, I wonder if I could do okay.
I think you could.
I think I still would have done terrible.
It'd be fun to just go out there and mess around and be able to play on the course.
Yeah.
Have some fun out there.
Yeah, I don't think I would have done well. This is a good one. Somebody had said $25,000 pyramid. That's pretty much like the No Name Movie game.
They brought that one back with Michael Strahan hosting it. It was really good.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were doing celebrity edition. So what they would do is they would pair up a regular person with a celebrity, and then you would play, and then you would switch partners.
I want to get on Jeopardy.
Okay.
You know what's fun? Ellen's game night. That's fun.
Someone's saying, what does she do on her game night?
She does all these fun games, and it's all celebrity. It's really cute. She does a great job.
You don't want no Jeopardy?
No, I'm not smart enough for Jeopardy.
I wasn't done. Kid Jeopardy.
I like the elementary Jeopardy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think for
No,
Jimmy,
I watched that, and they're still schooling me. I'm like, all right.
Can we ask each other elementary Jeopardy questions and see how dumb we are?
Somebody said, Jaber, I think the host you're thinking of is Gene Rayburn, the original host of Match Game. Basically always would kiss the female celebrities.
No, this guy was kissing little girls, and he would ask them, he'd say...
No, Richard Dawson was the original kisser on Family Feud.
No, I'm talking... This is the same time, if not earlier. And he goes up to the little girls and says, can I get a kiss from you? And it's a montage of all these little girls going, I don't want a kiss. No, he's like, come on, you don't get a kiss? Well, you can't win the game then if you don't give me a kiss. And then the girl would like reluctantly give him a kiss. And these are kids that were like 8 or 9. It was creepy.
Well, kids that are 8 or 9 aren't usually on regular game shows, so it must have been some other weird show.
It was a game show that was popular from
kids.
From the 70s. Yeah, it was weird.
Wow.
I got to show it to you so you don't think I'm crazy.
Well, we still think you're crazy.
Somebody said Supermarket Sweep. I would crush that.
It's a great show. They're bringing that back. That's coming back again.
I used to study that. I used to think I was going to be so good at that.
It's a great show.
Yeah, and then kind of a quick reminder: The Price is Right is going to be doing a live version at Kravis Center in West Palm. So
Fun.
I think it's in December or something like that. So
and it's interactive too. Like from the crowd, you can go up and be a part of it.
yeah, okay, yeah. I'm just trying to think, man. If I got that pass, where could you win the most amount of money, the fastest time, and what would fit with your skill set? Win, lose, or draw? How do you think you do with that?
Terrible. I'm a horrible drawer.
Yeah.
I love that game though.
It's a fun game.
So fun.
Yeah, that game show Jaber was talking about, it was a Canadian show called Like Mom, back from 1980s. Listen to this host. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, how were we so clueless in the 70s and 80s?
Oh my God.
How did we not have any awareness that we had just given a game show hosting job to a pedophile?
I mean, I feel like even back then, people would have been, because somebody does, part of the clip, you hear somebody in the audience scream, pervert, or dirty old man.
Yeah, they should. I mean, now you'd be like, they would go to a quick commercial break and you'd never hear from that guy again. He'd be in handcuffs. Oh, he went in and kissed her on the lips.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous.
What?
This guy should be in jail.
Yes. Oh, come on.
What's that dude's name?
His name?
It says, I don't know. I don't see the name on here.
Fergie Oliver from Canada.
Fergie Oliver.
Wow.
I'm quite sure he probably did time for some sort of sex crime. That guy's a creeper.
Yeah.
Look how he's leaning in.
Well, and the moms have them on the show. The moms are on the show with them.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
He's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
And he never got busted for it?
He's a Canadian game show host and sportscaster.
Oh, really? Okay. And he's not behind bars?
That doesn't look like it.
No, he's not.
Okay. Wow. Well, there you go.
They may want to look and see what he's doing these days.
Yeah.
There's so many videos on this guy. I just typed in his name. It goes Fergie and then creepy. It comes right up.
It does, yeah. Fergie Oliver, yeah. If you want to go see that, there's endless videos of this guy in the compilation. Just Like Mom is the name of the show from 1980. Gosh. Blame the 80s, blame Canada. I don't know. You got to blame somebody.
Blame Canada.
I don't know.
Oh, wait. Sexual assault and scandal. Here we go. I found it.
Oh, really? It did?
What happened to Fergie Oliver? His net worth, sexual assault, and scandal. Wow. It's a whole article.
Well, I mean, the scandal should have just been that clip I played, but he's doing it out in front of everybody.
I know.
I'm like, really?
Me and Denny's could not believe when we saw that.
I can't believe it either. I'm sitting there like, how did somebody hey, get this guy off the TV. What's he doing? It's absolutely insane. Wow, crazy stuff. All right, coming up here today, we got a world premiere video. that you might want to check out. Virginia was in here working with Jaybird and Denny's over the weekend.
It was great fun.
Yeah.
I had fun anyway.
It was very witchy.
It was, yes. It's Virginia the Witch, a great Halloween theme song, and a video for this is going to be coming out a little bit later on today.
This is the story of Virginia the Witch. She'll take the toughest man on earth and turn him into a bitch. She flies around all over the town, hopped up on liquor, wearing a black gown. Don't give her champagne or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch drinks, the stronger the witch gets. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it is a chick, and that chick on that broomstick is Virginia the Witch. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do. She's got a witchy nose, she's got a witchy laugh, she's got witchy farts coming out her witchy ass. Don't give her gassy foods or you'll soon regret, cause the more the witch farts, the stronger the witch gets. So if you hear that witchy laugh, you better start praying, cause you're about to get attacked. You better be suspicious of this witch because she is vicious. She eats men up for breakfast because she thinks men are delicious. Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
Step off, bitch, cause I'm one badass witch. I'll burn you up worse than a case of jock itch. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. I'm gonna stare you down with my big pink eye. I'm Virginia the Witch, there's nothing you can do. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little Denny's too.
Oh, bummer.
Virginia's a witch, there is no doubt. All of South Florida better look out. Virginia the Witch is coming for you, and there's nothing that you can do.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an after-the-show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.
Yeah, so
I auditioned, and I got a letter that they wanted me to come out, and then they called me, and I flew out there, and I went on the show, and it was actually really cool. They kind of sequester you like you're in a jury where you can't talk to anybody. When you walk out to do your practicing on the wheel, you're not even allowed to look at your family in the audience, and I mean, it's really very controlled. And the wheel feels like a red rider wagon full of bricks, and you're trying to pull that. It is really heavy.
Oh, wow.
And you go out there and you practice, and then you don't really meet Pat until he comes out. Mm-hmm. And Vanna came out when we were practicing, and she just came out with her hair in a ponytail and just some sweats on and stuff, and said hi. Vanna is really awesome. I love her. She's so sweet. Pat's a little uppity. He kind of forgets where he comes from.
Oh, man. I
Look
love,
at this.
I love PSJ.
I told you, PSJ.
I have a quick question about the whole interview process, your audition. Were you over the top crazy? What was your demeanor like? Why do you think you got picked?
Well, I did theater in high school, so I knew how to project my voice, and I knew how to just kind of be all bubbly and happy. And, I was like, come on, let's go, big money. And you're actually, when you're auditioning, the one that I did was actually in a conference room of a hotel room in New York City when I auditioned. Mm-hmm. And you had to pretend that you were spinning the wheel, and they were like, it's really heavy, so pretend like you're really pushing and pulling it. So that's what I did, and I was like, oh, come on, let's go, come on, big money. And I'm cheering and clapping, and I was actually one of only 2 people called up for a second audition on that day.
Wow.
And then, it was actually auditioning for New York week because I lived in Connecticut at the time, and I didn't get on, and I was really disappointed until I got the letter about 6 weeks later saying they wanted me in LA at some point. And they don't give you a lot of notice. They tell you sometime over the next 18 months we're going to call you, and we may be able to give you up to 2 weeks notice, but we're going to need you to come out when we need you. And they gave me about 2.5 weeks notice, and I booked the airfare, and I told my boss, hey, I'm going to go. Is that okay? And she goes, well, what if I said no? I said, then this is my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's a lifetime opportunity.
Wow. And so
even after the show aired, the CEO of my company, he's like, "Wow, you were so animated." He goes, "Why aren't you bubbly like that at work?" I said, "Well, I don't have a chance to win $100,000 every day at work."
Good point. So what was the grand total winnings? And I'm always curious about how much taxes and all those kind of things takes out when it's done.
Well, including my trip to Puerto Rico, I won over $38,000.
Wow.
I went to the bonus round and I won. I can actually, I can send you guys. I'll email you the link to it. I have it on my Google Drive, the whole episode. But
Yes.
So my total check was just over $29,000 because they take out taxes for California, but then you have to file taxes for the state where you live and California because Connecticut has taxes and Florida doesn't. I got most of it back from California, and I had to pay about half of that to the state of Connecticut. So I ended up with well over $30,000 in cash and an all-expense-paid trip to Puerto Rico.
Okay, big money.
That's pretty
Big
cool.
money.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That says some good stuff in there. Well, Carolyn, thank you for sharing because, what you're saying I think is true. You got to be animated, entertaining, theatrics.
Yeah, but want to be there.
Do you consider yourself really good at solving the puzzles, like knowing what the words are before all the letters are popped up?
I do, and I've been watching Wheel of Fortune, and it was like my dream to be on the show. So
Okay.
when the time came to audition, I kind of knew, puzzles and phrases and things like that. And I practiced. This was 2004. I had one of those little handheld little Wheel of Fortune things that I played on the plane all the way out there. And I played it constantly because I really wanted to be on the show. But, the big thing that they tell you is that they want someone that's animated and someone that has some personality. They don't want some fuddy-duddy sitting on the show just like, can I buy a vowel?
Right,
They want animation because this is television.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you. And if you're not animated, they're not going to pick you.
Yeah.
Are you like me? Do you get annoyed when people buy too many vowels?
I was before I went on the show. But one of the things they tell you when you go is that they want you to buy the vowels. Not because they don't want to give you the money, but because buying the vowels makes it easier to solve the puzzle. And if you're spinning, you're taking all of those chances of losing a turn and bankrupt and things like that.
Yeah.
So if you buy the E, you buy the I, you buy the O, you have more letters filled in without taking without the chance of getting a bankrupt or something. And I will tell you that during my show, I never hit a lose a turn or a bankrupt.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, hey,
You're
look.
giving me the blueprint.
Yeah. She's had success.
I mean, if you can go on and do it half as good as she did.
Yeah.
Well, but I wanted to know what the whole process was about getting interviewed. Be bubbly, be happy, be animated.
That's what you do.
Oh, God, I got to get on the wheel, Virginia.
I know, you've been
They
wanting
were
it for
just
so
down
long.
here this weekend.
I know. I had to work, unfortunately. Kevin made me work.
We did one Friday night.
What's that?
When did they have it?
It was, I think it was Saturday and Sunday at one of the Indian reservations. I don't know. Because this is a one
it
and
was
done thing.
Miccosukee, I think.
Once you're on the show, you can never be back on the show, whether you get the consolation prize or you go to the bonus round and win. It is a one and done. So I didn't really pay much attention to the auditions.
Yeah, we couldn't have done on Saturday because we're working on a witch video that no one's going to watch.
Yeah, so it's just never going to happen for you. There's always.
It'll get 5 likes.
Yeah. Carolyn, thank you for coming on. Some really fascinating stuff.
You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
She's great on the radio.
She
That's pretty cool.
is.
Yeah.
That's how you
TV,
do it.
radio, she crushes it all.
She crushed it.
Carolyn, that's the secret. Very nice. Somebody want to know how Jay Bird was doing on his new diet. He's got a treadmill, and I think it was on Thursday, and they see you working on some waffles or something over there.
So Friday night, the
Yeah.
super nice girls from the Homewood Suites hotel across the street came to cocktails and karaoke. And we told them, oh, yeah, we always go over if we have to go number 2 to the courtyard. And they're like, no, come to Homewood Suites and go number 2. Ours is better. So we're like, all right, we'll have to come check it out. And they're like, you know what? We're going to bring you waffles on Monday. And last Lots of people make lots of drunk promises. I know I make lots of drunk promises that I never follow through with.
Several on Friday.
But these girls, they followed through. They came by with all these waffles from Homewood Sweets.
Oh, wow. How about that? Okay, very nice. So, Jaybird can't obviously turn down free waffles.
We are having a waffle party today for Monday.
All right.
I had a bit of a troubling weekend.
Did you get on the treadmill at all this weekend?
You made me work on that witch video.
I had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
No, just kidding. I did not get on the treadmill this weekend, but I'm supposed to start, today.
Okay.
Supposed to.
Nothing goes better with a treadmill routine than a belly full of waffle.
I don't know what's happening to me, man. I bought that treadmill and I completely went the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I trying to do? It's like I've never eaten before.
He was eating the waffle so bad and so fast, he choked on it. It got stuck in his throat. He's like the family dog.
You need to get a hobby because you watch me way too much. You really
so
do.
Entertaining.
He was so excited to get free waffles. Waffles?
Well, you had only 20 seconds left with that song. I had to get it down quick.
He had to choke it down.
Some of the comments on Maroon 5 from Hard Rock on Friday. New Casino's great looking. The concert was okay. It was short. They only played a little over an hour.
Interesting.
And I kind of wonder, like, how much did they make for that hour? Because I think, this isn't, like, on their tour schedule. This is just a one-off.
A special appearance.
Yeah. So there you go. I guess that's what you get. Whatever they paid, a short little performance. And it was probably just a name alone, basically, to get Maroon 5. All right, before we get to the After the Show podcast, Jaybird, if you would give us a thought here today for a Monday.
The minute you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than you settled for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Waffle party.
More KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.